Peace, family. It is 7:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What a time to start the show. 7 is the number of completion. So it's 7:07. It is April the 1st. Happy New Year. Happy Passover. Happy Resurrection Season. Happy 41, which represents kings. That's the symbology of the number 41. Happy Resurrection Day or Resurrection Season. Come in the room. Let us know who you are, where you're hailing from. We have an amazing show for you today. I am so excited about this show today. It's going to raise your vibrations, heal you, and leave you with a very good high vibrational message. So come on in, check in the room, family. Enjoy the intro music. Get you a pen and pad because you're going to learn a lot about how to heal and address issues and raise your vibrations through precious metals and precious stones. Come on in the room, family. I welcome you and look forward to speaking to you as we enter in this new season, in this new year.
Shining wisdom's light, teaching soul tribe how to see through the night. Ancient scriptures and bloodlines she knows, spreading truth wherever she goes. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Through her channel, knowledge flows, breaking chains that hold us close, teaching paths to abundance and wealth, guiding others to free themselves. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. From currencies to investments divine, she's helping her tribe to realign with wisdom, ancient and new, showing what we all can do.
Tribe. Happy New Year. Are y'all ready for a beautiful, amazing, prosperous, and joyous New Year? I know I am. I see people hailing from all over the world. All right, welcome. I see you, Nigeria. You're from Nigeria, a divine spirit or deity that acts as an intermediary between humanity and the creator. Woo! Come on in here, sister. It's good to have you. All right, grand evening, Victoriaville, California. I'm so happy to see everybody. Check in the room. I see Belize in the room. Wow, this is going to be a phenomenal show, family. So come on in. Let us know how you feeling today. Can you feel the new energies flooding the planet? I know I can, and I'm so ecstatic about it. I see you. Come on in, Belize, California, New York. Wow, so many people. You're excited too. I know that's right, Sister Kim. Come on, family. So, we're going to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart, which is healing and high vibrations. So, welcome. I'm happy to see everybody. Today, again, as I said earlier in the podcast, is April the 1st, 4-1, which Jacob Bay has taught us. 41 represents kings, which means that everything is being restored or returned back to we the people. And I'm so excited about that. Kings is a reversal of 14. 41 is a reversal of 14. The old paradigm is now being outdated and dismantled as we have ushered in the Corona era. Corona as in crown, as in gold, as in crown chakra, or your Christos consciousness awakening. That's the era that we've entered. And since we've entered this new era during this new year, I thought it was only fitting to bring someone that I am so overjoyed to have met. Listen, I was just on my spiritual journey, just minding my business, when Chief Rod Hayes, also known as Chief Pontiac, said, "Hey, I know a gentleman who would serve you well, who I need for you to meet, and you can come on his show sometime because he talks about the divine matriarchy." So all praises and shout out to Chief Rod Hayes, who's one of the chiefs of the Soul Tribe. He said, "You need to meet this gentleman." And I'm so ecstatic that I had the opportunity to meet him, because meeting him has taught me about stones and metals and alchemy, these things that the ancestors have left for us to heal us and raise our vibrations. As a matter of fact, look at the beautiful jewelry that he made just for Dr. Kia Pruitt. Amazing. We'll talk about it later. It has a deity or a goddess on the front, made of pure 24 karat gold and copper, 99.999%. Can you see that? And it has citrine and turquoise and other precious metals and stones on it. When I wear this, you'd be surprised how many people just stand at attention, serve me with a smile. Today I was in the mall with my grandchildren. They gave me extra perfumes, extra gifts, and said, "Wow, we recognize the goddess." See, when you adorn yourself with the precious stones and jewels that your ancestors left for you, the world will recognize who you are, pay attention, and serve you as they should. So let me tell you a little bit about this business, okay? The business is called Orisha Stone. We're going to let him tell you what that business is about, the gentleman. Orisha Stone LLC represents art, knowledge, and symbolism. The symbolism is to help people remember who they are and provide them with the knowledge that they need to understand and to understand their purpose, not just knowledge, but their purpose. Orisha Stone Art has a motto: wear your intentions, and their designs are crafted in style. Orisha Stone promotes and sells minerals, artifacts, and tangible investments. But before we go into these tangible investments, artifacts, minerals, stones, let me tell you a little bit about the gentleman that I've come to know and adore. Can't wait to meet his lovely wife, because by his side, honey, they are a power couple. His name is Brother Nabi. Brother Nabi, a mineral alchemist, was born on a small island in the Philippines. His mom, an indigenous American military veteran, originally from Orlando, Florida, had joined and served her great country since 18 years old. Hailing from Mississippi, but now residing in Florida, Brother Nabi learned a lot from his mom, the military veteran. She had studied and collected ancient artifacts and gold pieces, stones, and foreign currencies from her global travels while in the military. Originally on track to join the military himself, Brother Nabi changed the course of his career and his life by deciding instead to become a chef. When his mom, who was an important figure in his life, transitioned, she bequeathed him precious stones and antiquities such as artifacts and other precious gems. Left in the shrouds of his mother's transition, after discovering that the government has stolen his wealth, everything, all of his inheritance that his mom had left for him, Brother Nabi embarked on a spiritual journey, an amazing spiritual journey, which led him to meet several spiritual women. Aha, here comes the matriarch. He met spiritual women and oracles who had given him readings, spiritual readings that helped him to uncover spiritual truths about himself that were deeply embedded in his soul that his mom and his Panamanian grandpa had left in his soul. These spiritual women inspired him to learn more and more and more, and eventually they led him all this knowledge to speak himself on the significance of a matriarch. Well, while on his spiritual journey, Brother Nabi started selling his jewelry as a street vendor. That's where he met Chief Rod Hayes, who then inspired him to take his street business to social media. And that was before social media was going viral. That eventually led him to being discovered by the owner of a company called the Bronze Kingdom, a company that was about to actually close shop. But Brother Nabi, excited about an opportunity to help revamp the image of this fledgling business, which had tremendous potential, negotiated with the business owners, and he became the art curator and researcher for that business. Happy to now be using his amazing talents with the Bronze Kingdom, the largest African bronze museum in Northern America. Using his amazing talents, Brother Nabi asked only for artifacts as payment instead of fiat dollars. Simultaneously, he did community work where he mentored adults and youth alike, teaching them mineral alchemy. And he taught them the importance of ancient artifacts, precious metals, stones, and antiquities. Over time, Brother Nabi's influence and knowledge grew by leaps and bounds, and eventually his love for such precious gems and all that he had learned from his mom led him into a mineral store in Orlando, Florida, where he met his lovely wife. Look at destiny. In love and moving in purpose, he and his wife decided to relocate from Orlando to Tallahassee, Florida, where she and her family had land rights, family, and culture. With his wife by his side, Brother Nabi took his knowledge, his wisdom, his culture, his inspiration from his mom and his bloodline, and combined it with his wife's gifts and all that she and her bloodline had accumulated and expanded their business, which is now known as Orisha Stone. Today, Brother Nabi and his wife and children now live in Tallahassee, Florida, building their legacy for their family and their posterity while teaching humanity the importance and metaphysical properties of precious metals, stones, and antiquities. Family, help me welcome to the show today my personal jeweler and my new friend, whom I met through Chief Rod Pontiac Hayes, none other than the amazing CEO and owner of Orisha Stone, Brother Nabi. Welcome to the show, Brother Nabi.
Appreciate you guys. That was so beautiful. You made that sound really, really beautiful. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Before we get started, can I say a couple words since this is the new year? Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy
Uh,
New Year.
Ken 113 Day. So big shout out to Melanated Immortals, OJ Yemi, and Goddess Mayat. The words for today is I pulse in order to explore, realizing wakefulness. I feel the output of space with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of universal water. I am a galactic activation portal into me. I say.
I say.
Okay, so the new year, all right, guys.
I say. Oh.
Thank you for having me. It's always an honor. It's always an honor to be on with you. You're always spreading knowledge and like we said last time, you're a world bridger, a universal world bridger. So
Thank you.
yeah, it's most definitely an honor.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for allowing me to come on your show not long ago. It was totally, I was caught off guard. I had no idea that I would be on such an amazing show with other beautiful, lovely matriarchs. So I thank you very much. And I'm grateful that you and Chief Rod Hayes are a part of our soul family. So thank you so much, Brother Nabi.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
where do we start? I'm just so ecstatic about the jewelry that you gifted me. I mean, I wear it and with pride and honor. It resonates with people. They ask questions about it when they see it. So, I mean, I guess we could talk about this, but you tell me where we should start.
Well, no, as far as the piece, like you said, I always say, wear your intentions. Okay. I've been writing for at least about a year and a half, maybe 2 years now, and you always bring that matriarch energy.
Wow.
When we say matriarch, we're talking about real goddesses. We don't even say the queen word no more. We're getting into higher knowledge of self, especially with melanated immortals and things of that nature. Learning your kin number, learning who you are, because once you realize who you are, everybody, plays their part in their position in life. What you bring is positivity. What you bring is all these different things. When you speak about wealth. Now on the back of that, that's a gold-plated copper piece of Nefertaria, right? Yes. And I do a lot of research on her, but at the end of the day, she represents matriarch power. So it's in the 360. It's in the 90-degree angles, which will be a pyramid. It's also wire wrapped in copper, like I said, and the copper eats up bacteria, viruses, and it's a conductor of energy. Your energy is being magnified through this piece.
Wow.
Stones on this piece. One of the stones that I really wanted, because you always talk about foreign currencies.
Yes.
So I put citrine on there. Citrine is abundance. It means prosperity. It's for your solar plex chakra and solar plex chakra and sacral chakra. Of course, on the other hand, you have Egyptian turquoise. I'm sorry, you have Persian turquoise on there. Yes. Yeah, the Persian turquoise is actually a library within itself. It's a lot of history within there, but turquoise within itself brings prosperity. One who wears turquoise never has to work for anybody. You'll always have abundance. You'll always be protected, especially if you travel. You're protected by the ancestors. One who wears turquoise, the ancestors see them and they know where they say that's somebody who knows where they're coming from and where they're going. Grant them away. So the reason that has Persian turquoise is because pyrite is in Persian turquoise. Really fine AAA pyrite. So with that being said, pyrite, turquoise, and citrine work together in that pyramid scheme. The 90-degree angles on it is going to work and magnify the energy you already have. So you're wearing your intentions. Literally, you're wearing your intentions.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. This is beautiful. And this is just an example of some of the work that you do. So let me start from the beginning first. As I was reading your bio, and you and I have spoken at length, I saw that your mom actually collected artifacts, jewels, and gems. So it looks like it's almost like you come in full circle. What did you think as your mom was collecting these things? Did you know how valuable they were at the time as you were growing up?
You know, it's crazy. No child really understands when you're from a different place or whatever, right? I'm pretty sure your grandkids don't know how great they have it yet, but one day they will.
Yes.
So some things I just thought was just second nature. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yes, I can see it well. That's your mom?
Yeah, that's my mom. Some things I just thought was second nature. Some things she's in the military, so she used to travel around, see all sorts of different things, and she would always bring things home. So she used to go to Vancouver, Washington.
Okay.
Over on the West Coast, and she would collect stones and send me videos of different stones, and she always break it down to the importance of different stones. Of course, I didn't understand it then. I just thought it was cool what she was getting. I would just like support her business or whatever. She actually sold jewelry to a brother off the show, Living Single.
Yes.
Cliff or something like that. She sold him jewelry one time.
Wow. What, the dark skinned brother?
Yeah, the dark skin with the locks. If you ever pay attention to him in his interviews, he always got some amazing beads on. So my mom was always in the beads. She's from, originally she's from Philadelphia, so she got transferred to Florida. I'm from Florida, and I got transferred to Mississippi. So
he was a very sharp brother. I'm trying to find family in the chat. Let me know who was the star of Living Single. The dark skinned brother, always sharp. He was dating Maxine. He was so he would wear your mom's jewelry.
My mom, her company is called Chocolate Diamond. If you look up Chocolate Diamond with 2 C's.
Wow.
So yeah, she's done a lot.
They're saying, wow. You guys remember who that was? Oh man, I cannot think of his name. It'll come to me. I'll see if I can find him. Let's see. Oh, Terrence Carson. But I can't. Terrence Carson is his name. But that wasn't his name on the show. Wow. Let me show you just how sharp this gentleman was. This is Kyle. Kyle was his name on Kyle. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Kyle. Thank you, family. Let me show you how sharp he was. This is awesome. He was wearing your mom's jewelry, your legacy, your family legacy. So this is this brother, just sharp. Wow, just sharp. Always dressed nicely, nice glasses, nice jewelry. Very poised gentleman. Terrence T.C. Carson, that was his name. Wow. So you're growing up living with your mom who has jewelry, stems, precious stones, all these things around. It's just like a part of your culture. It's a part of your, I don't know, your lifestyle. When you're on this journey and you're watching your mom do these things, have you ever thought, I'm going to do a business? You know, did that ever come to you, or did that happen later?
It came happen way later. Like you said, I was supposed to go to the military. I was training to go to the military. I just was a little, you know what I'm saying, a little off from that journey. But in the process of going to the military, or wanting to go to the military and not going that route, I learned a bunch of other things. But it's kind of like the prodigal son, I guess you could say, out of the Bible. When you go around the whole world and you start realizing everything you were looking for was already home. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of things that we're looking for, a lot of the knowledge, wisdom, sometimes, and that's a lesson I learned, that sometimes the knowledge you're looking for is right at home, and we just didn't listen, we didn't take heed. So I'm an example of that. If I would listen to my mom, I'd be a whole lot further in life. But the knowledge that the memories and things that she did teach me still took me a good distance of life as well. So,
and so as I was reading your story, I came to understand that mom transitioned, and when she transitioned, she had bequeathed you or left you some things, but it was stolen from you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. My mom, she was in the military since she was 18, so she was a real smart woman. She was a real estate agent. You want me to tell you about? So when she in the military in 1984, they were injecting a lot of black women with different chemicals, whatever, almost like the ski experiments. They were doing things like that to make them not fertile. So that's kind of a spiritual part about being born or whatever, because a lot of other people were miscarriaging, they were losing their babies or whatever because they were doing something so black women in the military couldn't conceive. So, but long story short, she acquired a lot of real estate. She ended up suing the military, which those were the initial people that killed her, but her own family helped do it. You know what I'm saying? Because she actually won a lawsuit against the military after all those years. And she kind of exposed a lot of different things that happen in the military, all branches. And that's another reason I guess I didn't go, because my grandfather, before he passed, he told me the military wasn't for no black man. So it was kind of one of them catch-22s. I wanted to go because all my family was in it, but it just didn't work out for me. But the thing about it is, when she was dying, she trusted her Muslim side of her family, and the Muslim side, they didn't believe in healing, they didn't believe in health and everything else. So they sped up the process of her dying, and in the process of it, they pretty much had her do a new will and all that type of stuff, whatever, and they pretty much just took everything, and like I say, that was part of the journey. When you get put out and have to figure it all out, now it's part of the journey to get it all back. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. She got betrayed by her own so-called family.
And so where did that leave you now? I mean, because you were born into wealth, but didn't get to enjoy it. Where did that leave you now as a gentleman, as a man, finding your way on your own personal journey?
Oh man, one thing about it, my mama ain't taught me nothing else. Money come and go. Money come and go. So I'm even what they took. It might have been something, but it would have made me comfortable. Looking back on it now, if I would have still been there, I would have been real comfortable sitting there, not doing what my purpose was. So the purpose was the journey, the journey, and everything you acquired from it, the wisdom, the artifacts, the antiquities, and everything they thought they had has already been spent. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, I lost some, but I gained a lot more from it. So, one thing I learned, the so-called monetary things, that's not as important as we put on.
Speaking of monetary things, that's not as important as we say it is. When you were working for that bronze company, I think it was the bronze company, you asked for artifacts instead of money. That blew my mind. Most people would think you needed money, but what made you ask for artifacts instead?
Well, it goes back to my, I guess we're gonna do the whole mom thing. It goes back to my mom. I was always an entrepreneur. Like I said, we don't realize what we have until it's gone. But when I was young, she'd always have me doing something with selling candy, or you never rely on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you need money, go get the money. So when I came in, I was already a businessman when I came to the Bronze Kingdom, and he was already in a default. So his situation was already kind of on a decline. He owed a lot of people money. You can't win like that. That's what's wrong with us now. We always want to, I want your money. I want your money. I don't want your money. What do we want to buy with the money? So I was real big on networking, barter and trade system. And at that point in time, I think I just realized my mom was born in '64. So my mom was a wood dragon, and I started seeing all these visions and stuff of the dragon. So in my opinion, in my personal, she was guiding me through my visions and dreams with elephants and dragons. And he had the dragon. The last live he did, he had this dragon that I really wanted. It was like 7,500. So I ended up telling him, man, I'll work it off. You know what I'm saying? It was almost biblical, because I told him, listen, I'll work it off. Let me run your company. You don't have to close it down. I'll run it. You don't have to pay me. I'll pay myself. Let me run the gift shop. So I was running the gift shop, but I was also allowing people to come and do events. I was a tag teamer with Mercury Collective. We were doing a lot of events for kids, community events. We were also doing a program called, damn, man, we did a lot of programs, man. One of them was just about growing your own food and just having things that you needed in the community. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name now, but we've done so much different work. But it was a lot of amazing people. In Orlando, is a lot of amazing people. The whole Mercury Collective, it was a lot of people that were coming together. Goddess Oshun Bumi, Iamin in Tampa, all those people were coming, and we were throwing events. They were throwing band-bays there. We were throwing poetry events. We were throwing chess tournaments for the kids. We were doing all sorts of different things to get people back into the culture, one, and have fun. And it was just bridging the gap. So
wow. That's amazing. And so you left from there to start your own business? We always had our own business, but eventually the Bronze Kingdom ended up shutting down. The business aspect of it wasn't all the way there, so we ended up shutting down on the businesses. Orlando's kind of expensive, and so we were just, you know what I'm saying. Beaky, she's already from up here. Like she just came down there just to get from. Everybody wants to leave home, and then realize home was where it's at. So who is this?
Beaky, my wife.
Oh, your wife. Okay.
Yeah, she's from Turkey Scratch. So it's right outside of Tallahassee, but she's from Turkey Scratch. So we just moved back up there. One, I was ready for peace. And when you go to the countries, everybody want to be indigenous, but you want to go out in nature. When you're out in the country, you can just sit out there with the trees and till the garden and things of that nature, and just be out there with the birds, the hawks, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was paradise. It was like a place to relax and everything else. And then all I do is, like you said, just bring my input and different things I can do for the community.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting that who you are led you to your wife. You met her in a mineral store. That's a life lesson for the soul tribe. Sometimes we're like, where is my partner? Where is my companion? Where's the person that I want to enter into covenant with? If you live your life on purpose and you're just living, the right person for you will be attracted to you, typically in your natural habitat. So he's all about minerals and alchemy and artifacts, and that's where he met his wife. You want to expound on that at all?
Well, we talk about minerals. Let's talk about magnetism.
Oh, okay.
So, like you said, when you're wearing your intention, you live in your purpose. I was just trying to be honest with you, I wasn't on the healing aspect of it at that point in time. My mom passed, and when she passed, she left me a bunch of stones. So it was kind of my responsibility that I was just going to let it sit there. I was going to let somebody calm me out of it, or I was going to study it and figure it out what it was. And we didn't have a lot of people we would study from back then. I didn't want to listen to a lot of people. So I would go to the mineral stores in my area or wherever, especially when I came back to Florida. I would go to different places and try to find things that I'd never seen before. A lot of places like mineral stores, crystal shops, botanicas. I really was like in love with botanicas. And I think I met her at I actually met her at a healing place, herbal crystal store. And again, like I say, that goes back into magnetism of purpose, because I was actually studying a stone called shungite, and the reason being, shungite fights cancer. So right after my mom passed, I was really serious about learning all these different things that we didn't have access to in Mississippi that now it's abundant right here in Florida. And we don't, like I say, nobody appreciate what they have. But when I found out it was down here, I started like, yo, I want to invest in shungite. I want to invest in soursop. I want to invest in all these different things. Like elderberry just grows up just down the streets in Florida. Other places, they have to pay a lot of money for these things. You know what I'm saying? So I was studying herbs and different things of that nature. She's most definitely an herbalist. And she's one of the, like, I never really just bought a stone for myself. I had stones. My mama gave me stones, but I never just intentionally bought a stone for myself. So the first person that ever bought a stone for me was a beaky. She bought me some citrine, and she told me what recipe to put it on and everything else. And that's when I started connecting the dots about the meanings and the purposes and the intentions of the stones. I didn't know the intentions of them. So it was kind of like a God saying that she met me and she kind of was like, yeah, you got all this, but do you know what this means? No. So let's learn what it means. And then everything started flowing a lot better when you know what you're on your purpose. Now you know what you're doing, etc., etc. So yeah, that was most definitely an amazing experience.
So it's interesting because your mom left you so much. She left you the legacy of being a disciplined person, her having been in the military, and she left you knowledge. Even if she didn't sit down and talk to you about it in depth, which she may have, she left you knowledge about it just by virtue of you being around her, about precious stones, precious jewels, minerals. And we always talk about that. What is the long-lasting impact you want to leave behind? Your mother left a legacy behind that is healing the nations, with an S, healing the world. And so kudos to you in honor of your mom to carry out her legacy. That's just beautiful. Oh God. All praise to the matriarch, to the Most High, to your bloodline, and to you, and to your lovely wife who's working beside you. I don't think people understand or know the importance of working alongside a divine partner.
That part. That's very like that's something that a lot of people want to play over, and the way it's so much toxic. That's why I love your channel. I can't say it enough. That's why I love your channel, because you always speak about family and how important it is for people to play their position and know their purpose and because a lot of people are lost right now. I'm glad I found mine, because I know I've been through a lot of bad relationships. So that one was amazing. But the amazing part is finding somebody that's into what you're into. That is aligned to what she was into. Healing. I needed healing. I wanted to study healing. I had stones. She knew about it. It was everything that was the yin yang. It fit together. It really fit together. So that's more than just a saying. That's something we really need to pay attention to. People say opposite attract. I don't think so. I think you need to find somebody that's into the same thing and supports. Because I've been in relationships with women would like literally try to compete with me. You in this, we got to pay the same bills. We got to take care of each other, but you want to compete with me in the same house. It makes no sense. So yeah, it's very important to have somebody in your life that wants to see you win, wants to see you successful. Anything that any of my shortcomings, she comes in and fills in the gaps.
Wow.
So vice versa. So yeah, no, that's very important. The matriarch is balance for me. It's not just one sided thing. Really, mayat energy.
What I find interesting about your story, and I'm going to move on from this, but this is beautiful. How you met your wife. It doesn't sound like you waited till you were 100% healed. You waited till you were rich and you were living on a hill. And she came at the perfect time of your life, and you came at the perfect time of her life. I can't express enough how important it is to be in alignment. What do you have to say about that?
Without her, I'm a completely different person. I'll tell you that now. Also, like in my readings, a lot of different things is like you got to hear and you obey. When you get certain stones, you get impulses. Sometimes they talk to you. I know that sounds crazy, but I was really into moldavite. Moldavite is I would say a matriarch stone or a mother stone, even though it came out of the crown of Iblis, right? But I was communicating with my mom through the moldavite. So what I needed, she kind of sent to me. And that's one of the things I guess we can get into about the stones.
Okay.
But she sent what I needed, and she sent what I needed. Yeah, I mean that's the best I can get into it without sounding too crazy. But once you set your intention, and then you state your intentions, especially when you're holding your stones and things like that, you can manifest. As far as her, like I said, I'm a completely different person. I probably wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for her. So what she did, she polished it up, she did everything else. And that's the important part. Like, we need each other. Right now, there's a big propaganda, psyop, whatever you want to call it, of trying to pit black men against black women and black women against black men. And that's the trick, you know what I'm saying? Because they know when we come together, that was the whole Asar and Aset thing. They explain it, that it's way older than my mama. This is since the beginning of time, you know what I'm saying? They gave us a prototype, and we're not following the script. So, yeah, most definitely, that's the purpose. That's the reason I'm here right now. I couldn't have done it without her at all. And all of us, we would reach our highest potential if we realize that we need both sides, the divine masculine and feminine.
Wow, the Soul family is saying that's a very beautiful story. They appreciate you mentioning that. I think that's beautiful. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. You're right. I do. I know that family is important. When you think about the 24 laws of the universe that guide, or 24 universal principles, some people say there are more. One of them is that the divine feminine and divine masculine must work together synergistically to balance each other. So this is what we need. We need both the divine masculine and divine feminine. Okay, so that's your story. Now let's move into alchemy. You are a mineral alchemist?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell us what that means.
Just the fact that I know people say when you say alchemist, they always talk about gold. But if you take a rough rock, let's just say an emerald, and I take this rough emerald out the ground, now you can leave it as is. My mom always say the best stone is raw, because then you can turn it into anything else. And I can turn it into anything. Like I can carve stones, we can turn it into a necklace, all sorts of different things. So the alchemy of it is taking something it was already an alchemical process. A lot of these things in the earth, it took thousands, if not millions of years for it to create through erosions and all sorts of different things. It's a whole lot of science that comes when it comes to the minerals. When we did it, you can use it as spiritual tools. Now, when we say alchemy, it's not always what we say. Sometimes it's what the ancestors have said. This is a great book, The Curious Lore of Precious Gemstones. And this talks a lot about how you use things, not from just anybody's perspective, but from years and years of thousands of years of information from our ancestors. So they gave us different scrolls, they left in different stones, from lapis lazuli being a healing stone, turquoise being a healing stone. So it's not something I'm creating, I'm just following the script, following the prototype. And like most people do, you see a lot of people that are mineral alchemists. So yeah, they're just following the script of it. They call them different words, and my tribe is just a stone tribe. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Mayan and the Olmec, they call themselves the stone people. When you're looking at the Cambodians, all indigenous people around the world work with stones, and with the stones, you're talking about healing, you're talking about magnetism. This ancient information, matriarch information that you can look in the Temple of Daldera. I might be saying it wrong. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, one day we should look up the Temple of Daldera, and that's a matriarch temple where the stones, each one of the stones, whether it be in Egypt, Kemet, whatever, right? And down here, mostly made out of granite and basalt.
Temple of Nymera?
I'm sorry?
What's it, the Temple of what, Nymera?
Dundera.
Dundera. Okay.
So, yeah, if you look up that loosely, it should pop up.
Okay, I'll check it out. Made a note.
But that's how the goddesses were staying so young. When they talk about the matriarch and they start talking about time and everything else, it was through the stones. This was like, that's why you look at all the ancient people were really into stones, and we're thinking this fashion. But think about it, even before them, their deities came down with stones on. Shiva came down with rubies on. Shango came down with rubies on. You see what I'm saying? All of them came down with jewelry. When you look at the Anunnaki, they came down with arm cuffs on, because it's really intergalactic technology, to be honest with you.
Wow. Okay, so I mean, let's get into more about the stones, because we grow up sometimes throwing stones, throwing rocks as children, pebbles, and we might not know, and you can tell me if this is true or not, that stones are actually living. Are they?
It's not sentient, yes, ma'am.
They're sentient. Wow. When you know that they're sentient, you'll treat them as the precious gems that they are.
Wow. You ever seen Everywhere All at Once?
Say who? See what?
It's a movie called Everywhere All at Once.
No.
You might want to check that movie out. It's funny because at the end of the movie, they show the rocks communicating. But like they lived all these different lives and all these different dimensions. And one of the dimensions, they were just rocks. And all they had to do was beat and just beat. But yeah, I mean, all rocks are sentient because most rocks come from the alchemical process of water and land mass, erosions and fire and all these different things. Water is the #1 record keeper. Water is #1 record keeper. That's why when you look at the deities, mostly Mother Water, Umoja, all the cool energies, water is the #1 record keeper, then ice, then stone. When you're looking at turquoise, that's ancient water. When you're looking at aquamarine, it's ancient water. So you can tap into a lot of different things. There's stones like a quartz with water inside of it. That's this ancient information. Think about it. Water represents life. So water in the stone, or water that is stone, is still a record of life. Some people just don't know how to tap into it yet.
Okay. Now this area is completely new to me, so I don't even know exactly where to go. We're talking about stones. I guess we can talk about artifacts, which you don't call them artifacts. What do you call them?
I mean, some of them are artifacts. I say antiquities and artifacts only because you don't want to call something an artifact if it's not that old. Like I got stuff from the 60s and 50s that I love it, right? But I wouldn't just call it an artifact. But it does have a long story and history to it, so it is kind of an artifact. But then I also have things that are 270 years old. That's something I would call an artifact. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you don't want to mislead anybody when you're doing business and saying this is an artifact. I want you to know that this is an artifact, and this is antiquity, and you know what I'm saying, so they know the difference.
So those of you just joining the show, I'm speaking to Brother Nabi, who is from the CEO and owner of Orisha Stone, and showing off the jewelry that he gifted me here, 24 karat gold and copper 0.999 pure copper here with the goddess here. Also, this has stones, turquoise and citrine, and he told us the meaning of them and the power of them as well. So I wear it, and it's interesting how when you adorn yourself with the artifacts or jewelry or stones of your ancestors or just of the multiverse, people respond to you in such a way that's really incredible. You know, they seem to be happy to be around you. They want to serve you. They acknowledge your regality, your regalness, or your royalty. And I just find that very commendable. And it makes me feel good that they feel good and want to serve us. So someone asked you, do some of these stones come from distant galaxies or other star dimensions?
Yes. Yo, I'm reading the comments and they're on it. Yes, to answer your question, yes. For that question, yes, moldavite is one of my favorite tektites.
Ooh.
This right here, like you can't really see it. I don't have my flashlight, but that's a green tektite. They speak about moldavite all throughout the Bible. They just don't say it. They speak about all throughout the Bible. This is living desert glass. Now, I wouldn't say that this per se is from another galaxy, but this is the result of something from another galaxy hitting ancient Kemet and this is the glass that came from it, the reaction that came from it. So it does have energy from it. Moldavite, on the other hand, is something that came down, hit the earth so hard, came shot up and crystallized in air, and then fell all throughout Europe before it was Europe, of course. So that one is a very kind of special stone as well, where you have black tektite. Black tektite is just obsidian, and this is a control. It absorbs dark matter. You have iron tektite. Iron tektite is amazing, and people can lie and say, "Oh, it came from Syria." This, and we don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from the great triple blackness. We're just lucky to acquire it and sit with it and be able to sit with it and feel the energy. Now, when it comes to Olympian desert glass, you see that the history of it is King Tut, when he was buried under a ceremonial death mask, right?
Yes.
And a living desert glass on the chest, carved in the shape of a scarab beetle.
Oh wow.
He also had an iron tektite knife.
Okay.
The reason I say that is because they couldn't cast iron tektite back then. They didn't know how to do it. Gold is soft. You can mold a lot of things out of gold. Silver was rare. That's why silver cost more in ancient Kemet than gold. And copper and everything was soft. So they weren't in the Iron Age back then. So whoever gave the knife was older than them. Somebody gifted him a knife, an iron tektite, a meteorite dagger. You see what I'm saying? So that's just they were passing down information and doing barter and currency with interdimensional beings with the stones. Somebody else in the comments said something amazing when they said some stones are actually petrified giants and dragons. He's absolutely right.
Wow.
Petrified wood, he's absolutely right. When you're looking at I got some over here. Petrified wood, I don't want to say the word wrong, but Septarianite is a reference stone. We have I got a couple different ones. I actually did a live with Mud Fossil University, and he was breaking down that these are different pieces of body parts. The red stones, some of those red stones are actually pieces of giant beings. That's why they charge so much for petrified wood and petrified stone. But yeah, those were amazing questions.
Those are. Somebody asked, "Are we made of minerals?" Oh, somebody said we are made of minerals. Wow.
Most definitely. You have crystals all throughout your mind. Before anything else, I'm glad that your people are way more accepting of it, because a long time ago they weren't. You know what I'm saying? People weren't into the minerals. You got a lot of, you can't be doing this. So I brought everything to protect myself today, from where it talks about in the Bible, Quran, and Torah. But yes, let's go science. You're absolutely right. You're all minerals. You have crystals all throughout your brain. Your third eye is a crystal that sometimes can be classified. You also have a crystal in the back of your brain. And I don't know all the scientific words, but if you have a cell phone, you can literally look these up. There's crystals all throughout your brain. There's crystals all throughout the blood. That's why hematite is so good with your blood. That's why copper is so good with your blood. You know, things are magnetized in your blood. That's why copper does so good with the body. What else? It was another stone that there's so many different stones that are good. Actually, I just did a live with Roz Ben, and he was breaking down how a lot of different minerals even help. Just wearing them help different organs in your body.
Wow.
When you get into the indigenous traditions, there's organs inside your body. We always talk about the heart, but we don't talk about the kidney or the liver or all these different things in your body that represent something. They represent something, and they need minerals, coppers, zincs, just to say the few. I mean, I can't think of them now, but like I take so many different things just to you got to keep your supplements up. That's why people take sea moss. It has so many minerals in it.
Oh wow. Okay. So family, if you're enjoying this, I don't know about you, but I'm going to send him a gift just for being so gracious to share his knowledge and wisdom with us. You can send him a Cash App, but also you can buy from him to Mansamusastone, $Mansamusastone, MANSAMUSASTONE. You know what, Brother Nabi, I had spoken to a goddess or a lady, a doctor, on my show just yesterday. I was like, did you get the gift I sent you? And I told her where I sent it to, and she said, I didn't even think to look because nobody's ever sent me a gift. And that broke my heart to hear that we have elders teaching us how to raise our vibrations, how to connect to the ancestors, how to cure and heal ourselves through gems and stones and spirituality, and they don't receive energy exchange, like gifts in kind, it just really broke my heart. So it's always my desire to share with the soul family that comes here to give of their time and their energy. I just wanted to say that.
I appreciate that. And that's a tradition we've forgotten about. I think 2020 really did it to us because we were so divided even more. But that's one of our that's one of our things in the 52 acts of unity, to give something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's fruits or stones or anything like that. The reason I'm into stones as much because stones last forever. They're going to be here they've been here way before us. They're going to be here way after us. So we have to get back. When you're looking at that book that I just showed you, The Curious Lore, it's not just telling you to wear the stones. It's telling you what days to wear the stones. What's the reaction? Why should you wear the stones? The intention, right? Sometimes to get a blessing, you have to give a gift. We have to get back into giving gifts. When you're looking at everybody, like I say, everybody wants to be indigenous. Everybody wants to be Indians, but we forget those indigenous cultures. When I go to another tribe, I'm supposed to bring gifts. I'm supposed to. Back in the day, they would bring stones, jade for more southeastern indigenous people, jade for more western people, turquoise. That's always been our traditions for thousands of years before Mongolian ever touched Turtle Island or the land of the plumed serpent or anything. We've always been doing this with stones. Every culture. If you look at the ancient indigenous people of ancient Asia, still jades and all those different stones, we would give gifts. Food, corn, different things. We've gotten out of that. We've forgotten about the gifts, the gift part. So,
in fact, when I think it's still part of our tradition, if we get back to it, we would know, we would receive more as we give. But I remember a time where if my grandmother went to someone's house, she always took a gift, whether it was a vase, roses, a dish, always. If she went to her pastor's house or whoever the spiritual leader was, she would always come with a gift. And I just learned from her that this is just what you do. It's a part of your culture. And what I found is the more I give, and I'm being 100% honest, I keep getting back. I'll send gifts, and I'll just receive gifts, and I'll receive, not just money, but I got this gift unexpectedly that you gave me. I went to the store to buy some bracelets for my grandchildren. This is just one of mine. And they had some stones then they wanted gold on there. And the woman gave me a gift for free, and then she gave me some oil, some ointment. She just, I don't know. I don't know, just being kind to her, showing her, and I gave her a nice tip. She gave me more. It was like we were competing, giving to each other. So I think that's a beautiful tradition that I agree we need to get back to.
Got it. You're the minister of wealth, right?
Yes, sir. That's what you named me that.
Well, the reason I say this is because I'm real big on spiritual or universal currency. Okay. Say cosmic currency. Sometimes when we put into the universe will pay you for doing your purpose. People don't understand that part. If you walk your purpose, if you do what you're supposed to do, your job that the universe asks you to do, the universe will pay you. It's a universal currency. So we got to look at it different than we look at it here. Here we on the Khazarian time. Take, keep high. You know what I'm saying? But when we get on the universal currency, everything is spiral. Everything is spiral. You're right. Everything you put out is going to come back to you at least a minimum 7 times.
7 times. Brother Nabi, somebody's asking in the comment section, hello, Brother Roderick, it's good to see you. Dr. Kia, what stone or stones should we start as beginners? And I'll leave that to Brother Nabi to answer that question.
Well, we're in the new year right now. So one, always look at the season. When you're getting stones, look at the season and what you need to manifest. What are you trying to manifest? Because what I got started with might not be good for you. 2, I would say, pay attention to the season. We're in the new year. The new year. We're in green season. Green, heart chakra. So go green stones. Aventurine is amazing stone. Emerald is amazing stone. Jade, turquoise. I'm not gonna say motorbike is a great starter stone, but any green stones. Green tourmaline. I love green tourmaline. Right now we're in the green season. You want to see green growth. Outside of the greens, I would go blue. So we're going again turquoise, lapis lazuli. But right now, our culture is to shine. When it's springtime and summertime, we're supposed to be out in that sun, communicating back and forth with the sun. The sun is communicating with our stones. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would go green stones, most definitely.
Green stones. Okay. I want to see somebody else say something. I want you to show some of your work. But somebody says, I bought beautiful copper coins from this brother. I love it. I say, thank you. Stray says crystals is in the pineal gland. Wow. Wow. Okay. So yes, please. I don't know where you want to go with the conversation, because I want to just give you time to just say whatever you want to say about the precious gems and stones and how they heal you.
Okay. So yeah, let's get back to that. Actually, you know what? The brother asked one of the best healing stones, or one of the first stones to start with. So if we're talking about healing, one of the best stones I would want to start with is something like amethyst.
Okay.
I'm wrong if I didn't
Ooh,
show.
that is beautiful.
And amethyst has always been a royalty stone, but it's very abundant, especially since they've been digging for it more. Okay. But it's still a royalty stone. We don't pay attention no more because it's abundant, but it's for your crown chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra, and ethers. It's a spiritual stone. It's if you have addictions, you can do different rituals and spells with the amethyst to break your addictions. If you're depressed, amethyst is amazing for depression. So that's the healing stone. Jade is an amazing healing stone. Like I said, we're going into green season. So a lot of different jade pieces from me. But jade is an amazing healing stone. I have jade on here. Jade, ruby joycite, hematite for the earth magnets, and prehnite on it.
Wow. That's beautiful.
So jade is, like I said, it's a heart chakra stone. Most things when it comes to heart is courage, but it's all mostly healing, love and healing. So a lot of people think the pink stones are for the heart. It's really the green stones, heart chakra. So that's amazing one for healing. I said amethyst. Quartz is the master healer. Quartz is the master healer stone.
Oh my God. Wow.
It's a 6-way ball, so it really helps your energy or your chi. And that's gray moonstone or mother of pearl.
What's that's just speaking to me. What is that? Quartz?
Yeah, these are 6-way quartz.
Okay.
Mother of pearl and mother of pearl, and this is a gray moonstone. So this is a very like you wearing this as a statement piece. You're going out, you know what I'm saying? But this is also a manifestation piece. Like tonight is the beginning of the pink full moon, so you want to have moonstones and rose quartz on you because that'll help you manifest. That gets healing. Rose quartz and moonstone. That's actually an indigenous ritual. If you have those two together on full moon, and it's the pink moon tonight. So I really think y'all should like have some rose quartz and moonstone together. I can't tell you. Some people be like, "Oh, it does this, it does that." I can't tell you what's going to do in your life because I don't know what you're trying to manifest. Saying I might try to manifest true love. Somebody else might be trying to manifest self-love. Somebody else might be trying to manifest. And to the healing part, rhodocrosite. Rhodocrosite is an amazing stone for healing from traumas, from sexual traumas, things of that nature.
You know, the family's asking, where's the website? Where can I buy? Like they're on board. I'd like to purchase his jewelry.
Yeah. And they can always hit us up on the email, or you can contact us you can contact us on social media, all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. The website will be ready in maybe about another month. I'm a perfectionist. I want to make sure it's right.
Okay. Website to be ready.
This is rhodocrosite.
Which one is that?
This is rhodocrosite.
Okay. What's that one for?
And let's just say you have a lot of healing groups. I'm in a lot of different healing groups. And one thing I realized is a lot of our women, men and women, they've been through a lot, right? But that one right there helps with sexual traumas. It helps with like bad traumas in general. And that's for men or women. But of course, most men ain't gonna want to just tap into that because of that whole pink energy. But it's actually, it gets it done. You've got to let the traumas go. And once you do, that's amazing one for helping you get through the trauma and finding love and loving yourself and forgiving yourself too. So, I mean, it's a lot to that. I can't speculate because there's a whole bunch of, that trauma bowl is big, you know what I'm saying? But that's an amazing stone for trauma.
Let me say this, family. Somebody said I don't have social media, but if you look On the screen, I just put it there, and I'll put in the comment section. You can email him at orishastone.shop@gmail.com. And I'm putting it in the comment section. I'll put it at the ticker, at the bottom of the ticker. I did put his Cash App, Mansamusastone, $ Mansamusastone, but I'll create another one with his email for you all, and I'll put it in the description section as well. orishastone.shop@gmail. Because I'm wondering if people can, when they contact you, like pay for a consultant or, consultation, so then they can, as they speak to you, maybe you can kind of help them decide which stone works best for them.
I mean, they can, if they wanted to get a reading, my wife does the reading part. I pretty much, when it comes to, when I say what are your intentions, the first thing I ask is, what do you want to manifest? What do you want to manifest? Every piece is you're not going to see the same piece twice. This piece, your piece is for you. Your piece is designed for what it was for you. You might not see that combination again unless somebody just actively goes out to try to, mimic it. But that would be, if you got that kind of energy, just create something new. But each one of my pieces is like customized for the person. So it's what you want to manifest. If you're trying to manifest, if people are being, you were talking about the piece bringing good abundance to you, right?
Yes.
Well, people, when you're in the workforce, you got this evil gene that really, especially when you're like trying to get promoted in the workforce, that's always what job it is, they're going to try to attack you and everything else. So certain stones, black tourmaline, obsidian, different kind of stones protect you from that. So I can do certain different pieces that are really customized just for your own energy.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. Wow. That's
opal, astrapholite, ruby star sapphire. I don't have really good light on it right now, but that's a ruby star sapphire. Now that's a bear claw. Okay. That's bear. And the mirror reflects off negative energy. This is red tiger's eye for the traveler, and copper.
Okay.
Conducting energy. So yeah, this is a big protection piece. It would have to be somebody that really know who they are to kind of wear a piece like this. But it's a shaman piece. It's a leader piece. This is a chief piece. The rubies for leadership. The bear claws for protection of one's clan. The stropholite is interdimensional. The opal is that kind of interdimensional too, because that's what they say is the first dragon eye, the opal. And it's the unk, because the unk is the key. When we say about the women, that's what it represents, the woman, but it represents the woman because the woman is the portal. This is the key to the portal.
Somebody's wondering, how much is that piece? I guess y'all gonna have to email them and ask them. They said, that's boss. Who is that? I knew that would be a brother. Stray said, that's boss. Oh my God, until you brought that one out. That blue.
It's azurite. One of my favorite stones is azurite. So this is azurite, which is like the little sister or big sister or whatever they want to call it. I say the little sister of lapis lazuli. So that's azurite. That reminds me of. It's kyanite. So that's blue kyanite. If we talk about healing stones, that's a amazing healing stone. This is more angel communication and upper ethers communication. Some different things you can deal with the dark side. Some things you're communicating with angels and things of that nature. This is all lapis lazuli. So this is called the God stone. That's a real ritualistic stone. Like I said, that book this is also blue sapphire at the bottom of it too.
Okay.
So blue is mostly throat chakra, but it's also communicating with angels. When you're talking about azurite, you literally can communicate with your ancestors and spirit guides with azurite.
Brother Stray said azurite is a magic stone.
Right, it's a magic stone. Azurite, listen, the brother is on point. This is just some of the different things, but especially if you're on plant medicine, you do plant medicines and things of that nature. One of my favorite crystals is DMT. But when you're on plant medicines, azurite is one of the stones you can hold. If you're sitting in the room in the triple darkness and you take shrooms, azurite is very, very powerful. That you can come to your great grandmama's great grandmama. You see what I'm saying? Or you might meet different deity entities that might not be what you think they are, but they're your kin. So yeah, azurite and kyanite, that's an amazing combination.
Wow. Excuse me for that. I always wondered if the reason why they took our gold and silver was because of their properties, and the reason why they, not just because it was money, but because gold, silver, all these stones really resonated with us. And like you said, we could do rituals with them. We could communicate with the ancestors. We can manifest with them. That's what make them precious stones and precious jewelry, in my humble opinion.
that when the Portuguese and the Spaniards went to Mesoamerica, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mesoamerica, and they conquered. The first, well, they didn't conquer immediately. They went to meet this guy named Mansa Abukari II, right?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Montezuma. Loosely, Montezuma. So Montezuma, the first thing they said was hide your jade, hide your stones. Listen, we gotta hide this. They're coming. They can have the gold, but hide your jade, hide your stones, hide your turquoise. Did you hear me? The ancestors were so more into the stones than gold because you know what I'm saying. When they came over here, now once they realized that the leadership was weak, and they said, "Yo, take everything." The first thing they said was they took everything, they shipped it back to Europe. They have all this in the Doctrine of Discovery. Now, when it comes to those big statues, because we forget the Olmec heads, and I know people get tired of talking about the Olmec heads, but when you talk about the matriarch stone, you're looking at there's a goddess called the Queen of Stirps that they were scared of. That when they found her, they destroyed a bunch of statues. They were scared to destroy her, so they reburied her. Wow. Now, I say that in this time frame, it was also outlawed to wear jade. For example, if you wore jade, it was called blasphemy to the church. You were called committing worshiping other deities or believing in something higher than God. They did not want you to wear jade because you can manifest with the jade. You can manifest with certain stones. The women didn't know this. I'm telling you that the women know that they weren't just pushing big boulders. They were talking about magnetism or this old sacred technology. So when it comes to things like jade, we're not looking at it like that. But jade, honestly, is probably more valuable than gold. Turquoise, at one point in time in history, was more. You talking about ancient currencies? Jade and turquoise is more valuable than gold. Silver is more valuable than gold. Gold is all valuable to give a ritual ceremony. You see what I'm saying? We're giving it to the ancestors. Or like one of the chiefs is actually throwing gold all in the river just to give it to the spirit. It was spirit ritual. It was spiritual. Now you can also use it to advance your life, but you can also use silver for the same thing. You can also use Saudi for the same thing, black gold for the same thing. So yeah, no, in my opinion, when they first came down, the first thing they do when they come down is take all your stones. I mean, when you look at the crown, Queen Elizabeth, whatever they want to call her, the Elizabeth woman, and all those, the first thing they stole was stones from all these sacred places. Because diamonds and rubies came from India when they stole it for the Naga tribes or Thailand, all these different places. They steal the stones. So that's the first thing they stole, and the gold was a secondary product. You know what I'm saying? But we should look at it different if we all want to tap into the source. So yes, the stones are most definitely powerful. They don't want you to know about that. Imagine Dr. Kier Pruitt with some moldavite. You see what I'm saying? Or any stone for that matter, once you know how to tap into it. Then, like you said, they will bow down to you because everything is just energy. Nothing's new on the planet. All the jinns are still the jinns. All the demons are still the demons. All the secret angels are still the secret angels. So they will abide by the laws of stone. Think about it. In the Bible, Aaron couldn't even go approach the Most High without his chest plate on with gemstones.
Wow.
The Ark of the Covenant is technology, ancient technology, but mostly magnetism. But it's a lot of different stones in there. You couldn't even approach them unless you had certain stones on to block you from the radiation. So this is the Bible saying this. You know what I'm saying? It's not just something recent.
Brother, somebody has a question for you. This is Roderick. He asked, the moon has just started to rise and ascend over the horizon. It's so beautiful. Is there any significance in speaking to it as we do the sun? Okay.
Like I said, tonight is the night that you want to release. And I don't want to sound rhetorical because I know you can get the same information from anybody that knows anything about moon magic. But you always talk about silver, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's the perfect thing to go outside, hold in your palms, and manifest with the silver. If you have certain silver coins that have entities on it, the reason I say it is because that's why they put their people on silver. Because they know the power of putting an image on silver. So they put all their dead presidents on silver. So what are you doing? You're worshiping them. You're manifesting them. But if we were to do it like our ancestors did, you have something like this. This is what jet. So now silver is the most reflective metal. If you're holding up under a full moon and it's reflecting off, you're communicating to other entities. They can see it way better than what we think. Their vision is way better than what we know. So you can call on the energies. Now, I also said again that tonight is the perfect night for moonstone and rose quartz.
Okay.
I want to communicate with that because if not, you just missed out on the opportunity to manifest with this moon tonight. Manifest is not, you don't have to do no crazy stuff. Play your favorite song that motivates your blood. Let's talk about that part. Play your favorite song. One point in time, I know it's gonna sound crazy. I know people don't like it now, but Beyonce came out with that album, Black is King, and I think that was a whole manifestation album. Tonight, try that. Go out there and listen to, for all the goddesses. Go out there and listen to Black and King. Matter of fact, you, the goddesses and your husband, go out there and dance together up under the floor. Black and King, that whole album, really. There's some songs on Black and King. Like I said, she only gets paid to say what needs to be said, but that album was actually it was actually very, very powerful. So play anything that motivates your blood, that makes you want to dance. Don't go out there and, you know what I'm saying, just sit around. Go out there and be high vibrational. Dance. We used to do this. They took the music from us, but we used to do this in groups when they drum and we'd be by the campfire or the fire up under the moon, and we're magnifying the energy. Okay. We're in a new year, releasing all the old, coming into a new year with a pink full moon in Aries season. Things about to get done and get done fast. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, talk to the moon. Talk to the moon, and when the sun rises, rise with the sun.
Oh, I love that. But you said Black is King. That's the album by Beyonce.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. I just want to shoot.
I'm not no Beyonce, none of that. But that whole album is powerful. Like when you're listening to it, I did a lot up under those full moons listening to this album with my wife, and things manifest quickly. So you want something that's going to, that's what they notice. The tones, this is also ancient Olmec. The tones, the frequencies, the music is what activates our blood. The tones also activate the minerals. Like when you talk about vibranium, it keeps vibration. They're talking about iridium and Haiti, and then okay. So they know exactly what goes on. Now the Haitians, they might not go into the science of it, but they know if they get out there and beat the drums, they can make the stone float.
Wow. So 1 minute. I just want to say, family, if you are interested, I know you are, since you are interested in these precious metals and stones, please feel free to reach out to our brother at orishastone.shop@gmail.com. ORISHASTONE.shop SHOP@gmail.com. And anybody want to send him a gift or some, you want to help support his work, you can send a cash app to Mansamusastone. We'll also have this information in the ticker at the bottom of the screen, and I'll put it in the description section for you. Now, say somebody wants a custom piece for a wedding, or like you said, to manifest something. You will actually, I know you already have pieces designed, but will you design something just specifically for that person?
Yes, most definitely. I like it when people come back and say, "Yo, this is my personal piece, and it works for me." You see? So yes. There's not that many scenarios that's new up under the sun. Everybody has the same problems. Everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants to be abundant. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be in love. Everybody wants to good luck. Yeah. So it's just chemistry. It's not nothing that like I have to go deep and dive. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants the same thing. Protection, abundance, etc., etc. So most definitely we can. But we'll probably already have something that's ready for you. And this is silver.
Oh my God.
And that is jewelry and quartz.
Wow. Now, what would that one be for?
It's just lapis lazuli. It's the matriarch. When lapis lazuli is really called the goddess stone. That's a really good stone. So right now, we see a lot of women that's off balance and things of that nature. But if you look at a lot of the goddesses that were in balance, in power and control, they used to always wear lapis lazuli. You know what I'm saying? This is one of their power stones. Not something I'm saying. It just that's what they say. It's the stone of heaven. Well, actually, Azurite is the stone of heaven. But you see a lot of lapis lazuli on matriarch royalty, spiritual women, etc., etc. It helps you with the third eye vision, crown chakra vision. But it's very powerful in a lot of different ways: protection, manifestation, etc. The silver is just the silver. Silver is already going to eat up bacteria, viruses, but it's also in the shape of a matriarch goddess. So when you're wearing certain things, it's going to make you walk a certain type of way because you're going to get certain kind of reactions too. So if you're wearing royalty, you're going to act royalty. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. What was that last piece? Sister Kim says, I want that piece. It spoke to me. Is that the lapis, Sister Kim? Agnew? Oh, that's so beautiful. Wow.
Sorry, we got so much. We got, if you empty, because if you missed out on one piece, we might come out with another one. Like I say, this one is the goddess Aja, and that has watermelon tourmaline on it. It has garnet. This is more of a good luck thing because it got a lot of different things on there. It has peony root on here. So I also work with roots. It has peridot on there, pearls, and citrine.
Wow.
So this is the reason I work with roots because Aja is the goddess of herbs and healing.
Herbs and healing. So, so the roots, as in a root vegetable or roots?
Different kind of roots. Like I'm very, very big on High John the Conqueror.
Okay.
If you pick up High John the Conqueror root, that's a powerful root. That is peony root. Now those roots protect us from. And I'm not saying it like I'm a bad guy like that, but certain roots protected from law enforcement.
Right. Keep talking. I'm gonna just let you be on the screen. Okay. My son just stepped in, but keep.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, some roots will be protected from law enforcement. So, like High John the Conqueror is an amazing root for that. Peony root helps you. There's a lot of different roots that you can also combine with your stones. So you want to study the roots. I got my bag tied up right now. But we also have pieces like this, jade. I don't know if you can really see it that good.
That is beautiful. Wow. Wow.
We carved a little face in it. So that's off the Mayan glyphs and serpentine and turquoise.
One minute. Let me ask you a question before you go further. Sister Alicia, she's a little uncertain. She says, Islam, I changed my mind. This is the epitome of idol worship. Give thanks. So,
Now I'll say this. She said Islam, right?
Yes.
Remember, I said I'm the Department of Defense. I come completely ready. Well, the thing about that, goddess, if she's a Muslim, Prophet Muhammad used to tell you, and you can look this up in the Sharia. The Sharia is what you're supposed to follow if you're Sunni. I'm not sure if you're Sunni or not, but in Islam, they specifically tell you to wear turquoise on certain fingers. Don't take my word for that. It's not idol worship at all. What it is just like when you're talking about Islam, the reason Islam is funny is because Islam tells you to forget about all your ancestors. Meanwhile, they tell you to remember Ibn Babu Bakr III and Abu Bakr and everybody else. So it's not idol worship, it's just remembrance of the stones. But also bow down to a stone 5 times a day if you are Muslim. So I say, like I said, it's all throughout the Sharia, Prophet Muhammad uses stones for different things. At the end of the Quran, he literally comes up with a spell to fight against those that blow on knots. He was using juju to fight against juju. But a lot of people join Islam because it's cool and they don't really do the research on it. When Prophet Muhammad when he was getting persecuted, he ran to Ethiopia to a stone goddess, an Ethiopian stone goddess. And in the process of that, he took refuge with those people. So no, it's not, like I said, we say ideology, but when they were just talking about tektites, the stone in the Kaaba is just a big version of this tektite. You know what I'm saying? I am Moorish American. Then you most definitely need to do some more studying if you're Moorish American, because like I said, everything about the Moorish American, or if they want to call it the Moorish American, it's about the gemstones. It's about getting back into your own thing, your own culture. If you're a Moor, the whole point of Moor, or what they call Moor, is stone masons or whatever you want to call them. They just don't call themselves masons, but everything was, look at all the stones that they were putting in their temples. It wasn't ideology, it was science. That's what you call the Moorish science temple. Right. All into science. If you want to go back to the original people that they want to deem Moors now, why do you think all of our ancient ancestors were building mounds and Olmec glyphs and all these different things? Look, if you're Moor, do more research. It's not ideology at all.
That's right. It's not. It's a lot of our programming has taught us to despise the things that our ancestors left behind.
She didn't hear me. The original black women were persecuted for wearing jade when the Spaniards came over. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
They said it was anything that they scared of, I'm with that. You see what I'm saying? So the only reason we're over here scared of certain things now is because they're scared of it. So they told you to be scared of it, so you wouldn't tap into it.
But they use it.
The funny thing about it, the person over Mayan Jade now is a Caucasian man.
Wow.
Person over Mayan Jade from Guatemala, the one that runs the company, you look him up on. I go to gym shows. The one who runs that company is a white man. First they told you don't do it, and then they turn around, found out how they can make money on it, and then sold it to you. But I also want to show you something because I keep forgetting this.
Okay.
Talk about the ancestors. You always talk about foreign currencies.
Yes.
So I'm in the silver store one day and I see some foreign currency, and on this foreign currency, this is a Mexican. This is what it is. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. It says 20,000. But if you can see it on the back of it, it has indigenous black people all on the back of it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's the flips. You see what I'm saying? When people say these things are when I say my artifacts, a lot of people are like, yo, that's idolism. No, it's actually records. It's record keeping. Because the same people that say you weren't here 1,000 years ago don't want you to see them Olmec heads. Tell you that's idolatry. That's idolatry. And then they take whatever they want to call it, and they'll take and put it in the museum, the Washington Museum or one of these museums, and hide it from you because they don't want you to see you. They don't want you to see your greatness. We have never, especially if you're saying you're more, we have never been higher in a society except for when we were tapped in with the stones and the stars. So, and like I said, we don't print none of this stuff out. We didn't print this money out. We didn't put black people on there. They did. These statues, we didn't carve these statues. The ancient Mexicans, I can show you dolls and stuff that the Mexicans made themselves, and they said this is what we used to look like.
Wow. Yeah, please show us. Excuse me. Thank you, Sister Janine. She says, please be respectful while in the chat. Thank you. She's our moderator. I appreciate you, Sister Janine. Family, we are here to support one another, love on each other, and encourage each other. So if this chat is not, doesn't align with you, it's okay to excuse yourself. We'll understand, and we still love you.
You're so graceful. No, like I say, I came for the combat because I know a lot of our people do want to combat that. But I've been hearing for so long, it's like common sense. Our people have always built with stone, and the first thing they did was put our faces in stone to tell you who you are. When people say that, oh, y'all are making stuff up, these are art of facts. I did not make this. This was made in the Yucatan of Mexico, right? And I can't pronounce that word, but it has paperwork on there. The first thing they do is this is what they're saying the people are with the locked hair. You see what I'm saying? These are their dogs. This is from
locked hair. Wow.
Now, this is from Mexico. When I look at most of my statues, the things that they make, that's what I do. I go get statues that look like us on purpose. I was telling you before about the statue of Chief Sensory Rock. You say it's an idol. The white man to come over here, take it, put it in the green vault, and have it for millions of dollars. But it's a representation of you. I'm saying they saying they saying it's idolatry, but all throughout the Bible, Quran, and Torah, they talk about stones. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about even I think T.D. Jakes said it one time. I know he's not the best person to quote, but he was saying that we are, in the Bible, it literally says that we are responsible to hold the stone from our tribe until the end of days. And then you says this. I'll find, if I need to send it to you later on, I'll most definitely send it to you. I'll put it in the chat. But when you listen to that sermon T.D. Jakes did a couple years back, he did one called "All About the Stones." And the first minute, he specifically says that each one of those tribes of Israel was prescribed a stone, right? That's why you had the purple stone for the Haitians and all these different things. Now, start talking about, people. I didn't see what I said.
Stones as altars. Wasn't there somebody in the Bible that said, "I am the stone that the builders rejected"?
And like I said, for everybody's not going to be. Everybody in Egypt couldn't read hieroglyphics. I'm gonna just tell you that now. So people say things and they just rejecting their own power, they rejecting whatever, that's fine. But like I said, it's funny when people say that this is what they profess, but they didn't do the research. Ask isn't and I love Sheikh Bey, but Sheikh Bey she I forget his first name, Bey.
Jacob Bey?
Yeah, Mr. Bey. He's a Moor, right?
Yes.
Ask him about the knowledge of the gemstones. And so that's why some people talk and they just say different things, and that's their thing. But like I said, it's science, and nobody that can say that their whole religion is based on these stones now is idly because you don't understand it. So that's just showing sometimes our weaknesses or where we failed a little bit when it came to studying. But you are definitely gracious with it.
Thank you. Sister Janine says, I like the stones you are wearing. Can you show us the stones you're wearing?
Yes, this is actually a Dogon piece. And the Dogon, like I said, a lot of these things are older than Christianity, Islam, and everything else. But this is the Dogon. And it had, like I said, I'm into my green phase right now, so it has green tourmaline on there.
Bring it just a little closer, sir. Oh, you don't have to take it off. We just can, if you can move closer to the camera if you don't feel like taking it off. Many perish for the lack of knowledge. Thank you, Raji. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's made out of silver. That's another reason I like silver so much, because you can melt it down and turn it into anything. But this was a gift, and it has green tourmaline on there, and another special stone I like to keep on there just in case. But it's your own personal armor.
Oh, you know, like when they talk about the breastplate of righteousness and having a whole armor of God, what were they? Now I'm starting to think maybe they weren't just talking about just some type of.
They weren't. Our ancestors knew. They specifically told us that things like the Bible and the Quran were going to be altered. Right? A lot of people don't do no research, but our ancestors specifically said, "Yeah, we know that these people are going to colonize us." That's why the ancient people in ancient Kemet, they knew people were coming to conquer, so they traveled, they left. That's how you become the Dogon people and everything else, right? Now, I say that to say they hid the codes in stone. They always had the codes in stone. When you're looking at the information is telling you different things in gemstones. When you're reading the Bible, they talk about several different gemstones, and then they even go so far to try to manipulate what stones they're talking about in the Bible so you can still be off. So what does that tell you? That's something they're trying to hide from you. Not something you should be hiding from, but something they're trying to hide from you. Wow. So, no, like I say, even when it comes to people, it's idolatry, right? But I don't even know those little silly words.
I'm trying to think of it too. Is it idolatry? Idolatry, I think.
What is your cell phone made out of? How are we talking on this obsidian screen right now?
What is it? Obsidian?
Your phone, when you turn it off, is black. It has obsidian, quartz, cobalt. That's just the name 3. You have gold and silver in your phone. Your phone, that's why it costs all those thousands of dollars. You just bought a bunch of gemstones, but you put in your phone. Now, nobody ever asks certain questions because it's just how we live, right? But nobody asks, how does this obsidian screen connect all of us? How are all of us talking right now? How are you seeing me right now from thousands of miles away from all around, from what you just said? You just read that you got people watching you from all around the world. How are we doing this right now? We're doing it through the power of minerals and gemstones.
Come on through here.
A word for it, do the research before we speak. So, yeah.
You are teaching us in here. Wow, this is beautiful. Now, when you were talking, I saw the ring. Can you show us? Is that jade? What is that?
This one? That's Moldavite.
Oh,
and the thing too, you want to learn what hands to wear your stones on and what time to wear them. Now, this one's obsidian.
Okay.
And then this is pure silver. But that's of course, I love dragons. But he got a black pearl in his hand, a black pearl manifestation, and in the eyes, Ethiopian black opal.
What's that blue? That is
the blue in the eye. That's Ethiopian black opal.
Oh, that is gorgeous. That just sets it off. Ooh, yes.
And like I said, each landmass has a stone on purpose. God protected everybody with certain stones. Now, of course, other people are coming and colonizing and taking your stones. But listen what I just said. You have Ethiopian opals. That means the people of Ethiopia will always be taken care of with their stones. You have Tanzania. People from Tanzania, the Maasai tribe, are taken care of with their stones. Each one of these landmasses has their own stones that we could trade and barter and take care of each other without all the wars and everything else. Because each one of us has a stone. There's stones all throughout the Congo that produces energy. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like we're talking about a light bill because they're trying to suppress information. They want everybody to be on a low vibrational mind thinking, oh, I'm worshiping something. That's what the white man said. We're worshiping the stones. And that's what you just said to me. You just repeated what the white man said. But the funny thing about this is when we start understanding that in Congo right now, they have stones that produce energy. We do too. It's called tourmaline. Tourmaline produces energy. We don't acknowledge it, but it has piezo and electro. I got to get into my science a little bit. But if you look up tourmaline, tourmaline produces energy. Mm-hmm. Now, shungite conducts energy. Copper and silver conduct energy, right?
Okay.
Everybody's so smart. Why are we not doing the science of this and creating free energy through stones? And we can do it. It can be done. We're wasting energy to try to downplay what somebody else got, and that's what a lot of our people we kind of fail, because before we know anything, we'll try to downplay somebody else's because we don't know what they know. Instead of let me figure out what they know and let me take it to the next step. If somebody watches this tonight, please learn how to put some shungite and tourmaline together and figure out how we can make this into a battery so we can start the car. Wow. Or how to have power for the whole block. They know this. They've talked about it all the time. It's a movie called The Man Who Fell from Earth. The Man Who Fell to Earth, I think it is. But they talk about it all the time. This is real. It's science. And we can take science and spirituality or whatever we want to take it as, but I can't let something that we've been doing for thousands of years use a word on it that just was invented. That word was just invented. Would say that word again. I'm not even good with it. Idolatry.
Idolatry, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, our ancestors have thousands of statues. The largest statue of a black man, of a stone statue of a black man, is in Asia and Cambodia. You see what I'm saying? So yes. I can't look in nobody else's eyes. The whole more thing is also a lot of different things aren't all the way what we think they are in the progress of our people, to say the least.
Let me say, somebody said, who is this? Indian Crow says, Indian Crow. I got it now. Thank you for being a member of our private group. Says catalytic converter in your car has platinum and rhodium in it.
Yeah, that's why people still catalytic converters. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said if we could break this down all day and forever about how minerals are all around you in your life right now. You just bought a plasma TV. You just said you were in a store today and you were scanning your groceries. When you were scanning the little red bean, they got that from the ruby. That's how they learned how to make lasers through rubies. Wow. So there's not one function of your life right now that you are not using stones at all. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Muslims, I was ready. Muslim, Christian, Jew, Buddhist, I don't know. All of them worship, like, deal with stones spiritually in a lot of different ways.
So. Brother, who is this? Chief Black Rocks asked, does certain stones strengthen the aura? Yeah,
and that's my brother, by the way. That's you most definitely want to talk to him because he's amazing when it comes to AI visuals. But yes, to answer your question, many stones. I don't want to. I could say my favorites, of course. Labradorite, moldavite, protect your aura and strengthen your aura. Believe it or not, rose quartz protects your aura in a funny way. Turquoise protects your aura, but not in the way like war. It's more in the way like wisdom. Turquoise kind of like gives you more because it gives you the protection of wisdom. You avoid situations. You move different. You move in the energy of the earth, the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Amethyst, of course. I think every stone does if you know how to wear it and you know what to do with it. Yeah.
And then Brother Noble Arts, because you had mentioned something about Mexican, I think. He says he used to deliver to an apartment complex on West Side Jack. Shout out Duval. He said, and it was a whole community of Black Mexicans, same hair texture, everything. I used to think they were Cuban. Yes. Interesting.
We have more than enough evidence right now. To say that we're the original people of this land. We have more than enough evidence right now when it comes to stones and wood that says, and animals that says that life really started on this side of the continent and was transferred over there. How do I know that? Let's just start something as little as we were just talking about King Tut having a meteorite dagger and living in desert glass, but he also had turquoise that was only from over here. You can tell that turquoise is different. You have Persian turquoise. How do we know Persian turquoise? It's the pyrite in it. But we can also tell Bisbee turquoise because Bisbee turquoise is only from over here in the Grand Canyon areas of America.
Wow. It's interesting that you chose Persian turquoise because my name in Persia, that's why I'm used to, and I'm really interested in Persia. My name in Persia means king.
I see. I always see you talk about Iran and everything. It was like people don't really understand what's really going on with Iran. Just like where they bombed Baruch, when they were doing all these different bombings in the West, when they were doing all these nuclear bombings, they were bombing our structures. They were bombing information that they didn't want to get out. They were bombing crystal and crystal technology, not to mention portals. That's not something I'm making up. You remember when Beirut got bombed?
Mm-hmm. Beirut, yeah.
They said it was a big accident, and they just rushed that. Beirut is ancient. That's ancient land. They call Iran right now, but if you look at Iran, when people are talking about Anunnaki and things of that nature, the stone technology, you're talking about Iran or Persia.
You know, I was reading about Iran, and I read an article that said that they're resurrecting Babylon because people said that that area in Iraq is Babylon, and because they are reconstructing an area there and calling it Babylon, is attracting investors.
The world, everything resets after so many years, right? This isn't the first reset we've done.
Okay.
And they know what works. They know what works. We need to know what works. Yeah, I mean, if they are redoing their temples, we should be doing the same. We most definitely be rebuilding our temples and our pyramids and things of that nature. We saw a glimpse of that in Georgia with MamaKia York. And then we also saw what happened to him. They wanted the land. They wanted to put a highway there. He got locked up.
Oh, they wanted to put a highway there. I never knew that.
Where, if you look at the highways and everything that's there now in Atlanta now, and a lot of people don't know because, like I say, they can get rid of any of us. We'll help each other tear each other down. But if you look at what he did, he had land all throughout Georgia before Georgia got big, and they wanted that land mass so they could put highways and freeways and things of that nature in there. So he wouldn't sell it. Now we know where he is. And it's something that Black Wall Street. Does anybody know how Black Wall Street got all their power? The original Black Wall Street from Tucson.
Okay.
So all minerals. Wow. What else were they doing? It was all minerals. They were mineral rich over there in the land, not to mention oils and different things, but they were mineral rich. They were doing trades with minerals. That made them a superpower in the world. Hey, this is something all of us should tap into. All of us can make money doing this. All of us can sustain our families, take care of our families. When you're talking about silver and gold, those are only minerals out the earth that we just like more than the others. It's still a mineral or a rock. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of metaphysical purposes.
Family, if you, I know you're enjoying this, so please feel free to reach out to our brother. He is the CEO and owner of Orisha Stone. He makes crafted jewels made out of precious stones, artifacts, or antiquities. And he teaches about jewels, precious stones, precious metals, and how they can actually heal you and raise your vibrations. So send him an email. And let me see if I can find the email. It is orishastone.shop@gmail.com. You spell Orisha Stone, ORISHASTONE.shop@gmail.com. And please feel free to send him a gift for exchanging this beautiful information with us and exchanging this energy with us. Send him a gift via his Cash App at $Mansamusastone. $Mansamusastone. Phenomenal work. We're looking forward to your website, honestly.
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking at your comments. You got so many amazing comments in there.
Oh, go ahead.
About Orgonite. And that's the thing right now when we talk about these women, but do we really care about the women or not? Orgonite breaks down 5G. What is 5G? That attacks who has more fibroid tumors and breast cancer than anybody?
Us, our women.
So that's why I really do work with a lot of Orgonite energy. We also have goddess Nefera in the pyramid room. She creates a lot of Orgon energy. You also have I am Sake 13. She produces a lot of Orgon energy. Orgon is just shungite broken down with copper and all these different minerals placed in resin, so the energy is still there. So you can put earth magnets in and things of that nature, and it's scientifically proven to break down the EMF or 5G. EMF is electromagnetic frequencies. All of us sleep by our cell phones. We wake up to the cell phones. All of us got Wi-Fi breakers. All of us are at work on our computers. There's a lot of technology going through your body, and you're not in nature. So they know that the 5G is messing up the frequency, the sound waves. We're trying to get back to our natural frequency and waves. So yes, orgone energy. I hate to say it, but what's his name? Tesla. That's what he's talking about. He did not create orgone energy, but that's also what he's talking about. Orgone energy. So you can produce energy and protect yourself and your loved ones by having some shungite in your tubs, orgone around your laptops, orgone around your cell phone, orgone around your Wi-Fi breakers, things of that nature.
Okay, somebody's asked me to put your information in the chat. I sure will. It'd be my pleasure. Noble Arts want to know, and I'll ask this to you too because you live in Florida. Dr. Kia, have you ever heard of the man in St. Augustine floating the stones in place? Supposedly it was some specific stone. I never heard of that. Have you?
He's in South Florida. That's why I said we're the only ones scared of this information. We're the only ones scared of the stone. Everybody else is looking at stones and using this technology. And now I think they killed him for that. Like we don't understand how it's there, but it's there. All throughout South Florida, they got Olmec heads. We have mounds all throughout Florida. We got all sorts of stuff down here. They hid a lot of things in plain sight. But yeah, you can look at about one of the goddesses. She was just talking about that on our last show about the magnetic stones down there. I forget the name of the coral castle, I believe it's called. Or you can just look at magnetic stones in South Florida, and that area is gonna pop up.
What made you and your family? Oh, the Tallahassee, your wife's family is from there. Is there anything magnetic or energetic about that region?
In North Florida?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know they got the largest. They have the largest earth magnet here in Tallahassee.
No.
Yeah, so it's funny when you said yeah. One, it has the largest earth magnet. You can come visit it. They have the magnet center down here. I'm not sure why it's here. They got a lot of. Tallahassee is one of the places to dome. They play slow. They try to keep people slow, but it's a lot going on in Tallahassee spiritual wise. They got caves all throughout here. They got pyramids and mounds all throughout here. They got a mineral inside the pyramid that they told us when I was going to the class for it. They told us that that they have a metal inside the pyramid that they can't use their radar technology to see through. Now that's funny because they use their LiDAR technology to see through all this stuff in South America. But when it comes to America, they can't see through this pyramid. Now, the funny thing about it is, Florida is also big on keeping things hush-hush. Reason being, this is crystals. So when they start digging and they start finding stuff, FSU, Florida State, makes it their personal business to cover it up. They found some bones down here in Florida that are thousands of years old, but we don't want to talk about that. We're still talking about the bones they found in North Carolina. But we found older bones of elephants and indigenous people all throughout the systems, the cave systems all throughout Florida.
Okay.
Here, all through South Florida, North Florida, everything else. What's going on up here? We have the largest mound in Turkey Scratch.
Okay.
That's very powerful. That, mind you, you're from Ohio, right?
Yes.
So that's our version of having a serpent mound down here.
Okay.
The largest mound in Florida here. Now, mind you, the largest mound in Tallahassee is FAMU. They put FAMU on top of it. Rattlesnake territory, the snake territory. You know what I'm saying? And then, so it's a lot of indigenous lands all throughout here. We also got the largest spring down here that produces a lot of water, so we don't have to worry about a lot of getting poisoned and things of that nature. Florida is really the fountain of youth. So when you talk about minerals, when we're going to the springs, I'm not big about going to the beach. I go to the springs.
The springs.
That's where the minerals become mineral springs in Florida. That's what they call the fountain of youth.
So you can bask in the water there in the springs?
They got one. I have to do the research on it. It's one not too far. It's kind of in between us, but it's full of iridium. Of course, they scare us and they be like, "Yo, don't get in that spring. It's iridium. You don't know what to do." But then we watch our science experiments jump in the water and they bathe it and they drink it. So I know that we can do it too. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, it's healing. It's literally healing. They tell you what it is. They've been calling it what it was forever. The fountain of youth. But the fountain of youth isn't just one fountain, it's the springs. That's why they call it the springs. It comes up from the ground. That's the fountain. So that's why all of our names, with all our springs, we have King Landing. We have we got all sorts of different springs right here outside. If you look up the Garden of Eden, it's an hour and a half away from Panama. If you look up the Garden of Eden right now, it's gonna pop up. It's in Florida. The Garden of Eden is in Florida.
Wow, I got chills when you said that.
I'll show you. Look on your GPS and look and type in Garden of Eden, Florida. It's gonna pop up. It's about 3 hours from you.
Wow. Garden of Eden is in Florida.
Did it pop up?
Okay, let me think. Okay. You said on my GPS.
Garden of Eden in Florida.
Garden of Eden in Florida.
It,
The Garden
of Eden Trail is a 3.75-mile hiking trail located near Bristol, Florida. It's known for its ravine forests, rare plants, and views, and is considered the legendary site of the biblical Garden of Eden.
What? Let me do that one more time. Garden of Eden, Florida.
The Garden of Eden in Florida is a hiking trail within the Apalachicola Bluffs and Ravines Preserve. It's known for its unique plants, including the Torreya tree, and steep cliffs, which are said to resemble the biblical Garden of Eden, based on claims from the 1950s.
That's amazing.
Your comment section is going crazy. Somebody said Gopher Wood. This is all evidence. This is all artifacts. This is all evidence. This is why, like, some people start away from it, but it's telling you exactly who you are, where you're from. Is all about the great resets. How some people went to Africa from over here. We have receipts of when our Chamukawa chiefs went to Europe and ran down on them, and it's a lot going on that we don't know about because they hid a lot of this information. So yeah, no, it's a lot. That Gopher Wood, that's something to do the research on because they talk about that in the Bible.
So
Gopher Wood, what they made the ark out of. Gopher Wood.
Gopher sure did.
It only goes to
Florida. In Florida. Here's a question for you. Noble Arts asks, can he touch on birthstones? Like why they work with that person of that zodiac or represent possibly birthstones?
One, your energy, because you're born, we say birthstones, but the calendar's been manipulated in general, right? So let's say that now, but stones still coordinate with the stars when the star still aligns and you were still born on that day. Like today is what they would call April Fools. I've also noticed on 4th of July, their 4th of July is also a holy day for us and spiritually wise. They put their day, like if you ever notice certain days that they may change because it's changing because they have to change it to sit on top of our days so we don't celebrate. So I say that to say, okay, for the birthstones, you might want to look into it. This is perfect to break down your birthstones because some stones might not really be for you, and then some stones they threw in there to get you to buy certain stones. Now, is the energy active in certain months? That's what you're looking at. What stone is active in certain months? Like I say, through the Aries season, they might say aquamarine. That's cool. Turquoise, most definitely, because that keeps us calm. Different blue stones, aquamarine, and everything else. But jade and green stones is the stone of the season. So if this is your birth season, of course you would connect to that stone. So birthstones.
Somebody named Miss JMO from our Instagram family says, I recall well, and he definitely wore beads and stones. I'm not sure who he's talking about the guy. She's talking about the guy that played Kyle, TC Carson. So family, his Brother Nabi, Orisha Stone's mom sold beads and different jewels to TC Carson, who played Kyle on Living Single. The man was very fashionable. So we can see that this gentleman knew what he was doing wearing these stones. So his mom actually sold those to him. That's just beautiful.
She sold one to him. Man. She didn't just know she had the opportunity to sell him one. I don't want to make it seem like they were just best friends, but she sold him one. Yeah.
Okay.
The birthstones, like, this is from Hebrew tablets, but January was garnet, February was amethyst, March is actually bloodstone, jasper bloodstone. That's how we activate. April is sapphire or diamond, which that's a big throw off for a lot of people. May is agate, emerald, chalcedony, or carnelian. June is emerald, agate, turquoise, pearl, and cat's eye. July is onyx, sardate onyx, carnelian, ruby, and turquoise. August is carnelian, moonstone, topaz, and alexandrite. September was quintucola and sardonyx. I got to figure out what that one is. October is beryl. aquamarine, and opal, which that's very, very strange when you look at how they change everything around, but it makes sense with the opal. November is topaz and pearl, and December is ruby, turquoise, chrysoprase, and bloodstone. So when they change the calendar, they've changed the calendar. We already know that the calendar is really supposed to be 28 days for every month.
Right.
So when they changed it, it kind of offset that a little bit. And then you also got to realize they also start trying to monetize off everything. So they're trying to start selling you stones. They know who with energies are more impulsive. They know all this. They studied it. They studied everything about you. So that's the whole thing of them about them being in Rome, studying the Zodiacs and everything else. They've been studying for a long time and studying how to counter what we do.
Somebody said, please show the name of the book again. The book, the Curious Lore.
Yeah, this is one of the best hidden books because this breaks it down. It's like the 48 Laws of Power crystal.
More of precious stones. Okay. Man, give thanks to your parents for birthing you. You are really blessing us right now.
Man, thank you. Oh man, we almost at 2 hours. I ain't even know it.
Okay. Fun. I won't keep you on much longer. Let me see. We got to let him go, family, so he can spend time with his.
It don't even feel like it.
Okay. Who is this? Says, I thought of Princess Elizabeth said Garden of Eden is in the Philippines. Yes, Princess Elizabeth did say the Garden of Eden is in the Philippines. So I'm not sure, which garden she's exactly speaking of. Oh, go ahead. I didn't see that.
Oh, no, this is emerald.
Wow. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. Any more questions, family? Large cypress tree sank underwater and the Kawani River. Thank you for that, Brother Roderick. Okay, we showed the book again. Some children saw him and reported it, and authorities came out to investigate. He's the one with the wall everyone goes to see. Oh, I'm not sure who you're speaking of, Noble Art. You see any other questions? Somebody said they're getting dizzy. Why are you getting dizzy, sweetheart? Thank you kindly. Back to nature said. You're welcome. Okay, right. For December, and spirituality had a piece made, and garnet was supposed to be my birthstone. Oh, that didn't resonate with me, but turquoise and bloodstone does. All right, Raji. Ashe.
And then it's all about how you feel too.
Say it again.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to it. Don't just let somebody tell you something. You want to make sure you're in tune with it. Like, how does that feel on you? How do people react to the piece to you? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, how can people stay connected with you? Where can they find you?
I mean, social media, that connects us all. You can contact us on our email if you, from YouTube. I would also like for y'all to come check out my other YouTube shows. We have a couple of them. We talk more in depth about minerals and artifacts and things of that nature. As a matter of fact, we're doing a show tomorrow night with Roz Ben, and he's a big influence on the mineral world. He's been doing it for over 20-some odd years. So he has a lot of. I'm sorry.
I used to hear about, Elder Roz Ben, but I couldn't remember. What was he known for? I can't remember.
Knowledge, minerals, crystals.
Okay.
But I do for it. When I want to learn something, I don't want to learn from somebody that don't look like me. I want to learn from the elders that do. That's why I say I appreciate when people put out positive and good information more than anything, because right now everything's out to make us look crazy or dumb or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm showing the link to your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It is Orisha Stone family. I'm gonna put that in the chat here on all my social media platforms. Okay, so that's his YouTube channel, Orisha Stone. You have anything? You say you have something upcoming with Brother Roz Ben this week?
Yes, ma'am. Roz Ben tomorrow and the elder, and they really break down when they would just break down science on amber and things of that nature. But we have all sorts of different topics. We're always talking about commodities. That's why I love your show so much. We're always talking about investments. We have a show coming up Sunday about just antiquities and artifacts. I think I got one coming up Friday with Rod Hayes.
Okay. So yeah, and he
Yeah.
has matriarch Mondays too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Always that's not really my subject matter. That's more for the goddesses. I just hold space and let the goddesses do what they want to do. But they're always educating us on something. You know what I'm saying? I always try to bring somebody that teaching us something. A lot of people just talk to hear their stuff talk. I like if we have a conversation, I hope that you took something from this conversation and it apply it to your life and it makes your life better. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about all these different things, every time you talk, you're helping somebody influence their life for the better.
Yes.
Right now, there's a different spells out there to navigate us to ignorance and a lot of different things to put us out of spot. So
I see you have a young elder on your show as well as Chief Rod Hayes. I love the way he say he's Rod. He said Rod, like R-A-W-D, Rod.
Yeah,
we love him.
Probably about once a week. We do our Chief Talk about once a week and talk about different things that's going on in the community. So he's actually in the hospital last time I checked. So let's send him prayers and make sure he's all right.
Okay.
Young elder.
Okay. Yeah, we'll send our prayers to him. I had no idea. So that's I just put up your Instagram page here. And is your work? Yes, you have work displayed here.
Yeah, you'll see most of my work on if you have an IG, but like I said, you'll also see it. If you go to YouTube, you'll see it on my shorts. We always put the jury up at least once a day.
This is beautiful here. Are these the earrings that you did here?
Those aren't. If you want to see some earrings, I can show you. I've got some tanzanite earrings, but if that piece was for the Nefertari piece I showed already, and then yeah, but we got plenty of pieces, and then we sell regular regular specimen stones as well.
Okay, so that was your Instagram. Yeah, go ahead and show whatever you want to show. I showed your Instagram, your YouTube. Oh, what is that?
Red tourmaline.
Wow, that's beautiful. And what's that for?
It just produces energy. It produces energy, but I got it because it's just red tourmaline. It's a rare form of tourmaline. Tourmaline is already a protective stone. I'm infatuated with tourmaline because it comes in so many different colors. Like this is the red tourmaline. I have green tourmaline, of course, black tourmaline. But it's protection stone, heart, fertility. But like if you fasten it down, it almost looks like an exotic ruby.
Chief Max in the house, he said, I would like to talk with this brother, Kia. All right, Chief.
Chief Max can be on your show?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, listen, Chief, I'm telling you, we need more brothers that just dead serious about what they say and have some kind of integrity about themselves. I love watching Chief Mack on your show and Chief Bay on your show too, because they actually know what they talk about. They're saying some real stuff to motivate their community. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here just talking because they can get a cash app or they want views and everything else. We need to really build the community and work with each other and know who we are. You know what I'm saying? You spoke to Goddess Mayat, and she's developing landmasses in North Georgia with MamaKia doing the same thing. Wow. We got all on the West Coast in California. If you look on the live we did with the Council of Khalifa, like there's a lot of people that really want to come together. If you don't want to come together, that's fine. Go somewhere else. That's the crazy part. When you don't rock with it, it'd be crazy how people don't rock with you and still be there trying to figure you out. No, this is we're not trying to convince nobody or nothing. I ain't trying to say that like outside of the jury, and the jury's functional. So it's like it's not, we're not trying to get out on you or say you out your spot in the universe. We're just trying to like connect the dots, meet who you want to meet with, and be able to work with each other's businesses. We're too scared to see each other's businesses succeed. We say we want to see Black people in power or melanated indigenous people in power, but we don't support each other's business. So with that being said, if anybody came from my page and Dr. Kia Pruitt's page, please support Dr. Kia Pruitt as well. And you most definitely got more gifts coming.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, King.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Here's somebody else says, which stones vibrate with musical notes?
Oh, I like him. Who is it?
Related to what? 7980.
Man, that's some science right there, Chief. Tune in with us tomorrow, because that means, all right, it's too broad of a question. But I will say, start studying frequencies and hertz. Frequencies and hertz. Like the 888 tune vibrates with certain stones. This is something that this is tangible. We can look it up. I wasn't prepared for that question though. So yeah, I'm gonna bring that to the floor tomorrow and make sure I do some more research and read these books real quick. But yeah, that's a very powerful question. I can't just say all tunes match all stones, you know what I'm saying? But each one of them does have their own tone. So that's amazing. Yeah.
And here's another one. Sister Janine asked, do you have the Orgonite on your site, or do you have any Orgonite
Yeah, yes, we do. But right now, if like I do a lot of different things, I really want to push to my comrades. If you're into Orgonite, please we can contact the Pyramid Room, the guys in Chicago, or I am saying they're very, very big in Orgon energies, and that I would prefer to push it to a business that's their main business in our community, and they're dead serious about it. They're amazing with the Orgon energies, and it helps. So instead of waiting on me doing it, they already have it ready to go.
Thank you for that. Any final questions, family? Because we want to get him to his family. So for those of you that want to reach out or desire to reach out to him, contact Orisha Stone at orishastone.shop@gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat again. And you can also send him a gift or a donation, a love offering, if you will, for spending such precious time with us, sharing his wisdom and knowledge and information. Send it to $Mansamusastone. That's $Mansamusastone. And I can guarantee you, at least Chief is going to send you some. Dr. Prue is going to send you some. We just really believe in supporting our soul tribe. Family, let's support the brother and help him continue to raise the vibrations of the planet. The website, he said, will come out in May, next month. Right? Next month, he wants it to be right for the soul family. Let's see. What else? Chief Max says, peace to you all in the chat. I don't know what 1320 means. 1320 dreams.
That's the dream spell. We're talking about the waves and everything else. The dream spell. We're in the 1320 dream spell. Right now, we're in the red. No, we're actually in the 13th. Wow, I'm in my dream spell. That's crazy. I don't know that. Red galactic. Wow, I'm Ken 113. You just put me on the spot, but she's breaking down science. Look up 1320 dream spell, and she'll break it all the way down. Right now, we're in the red galactic Skywalker, I believe. And I might be putting that down wrong, but that's why you tap into Melanated Immortals and OJ Yemi and Goddess Mayak, because they can break it all the way down for you when you get to galactic physically.
Let me put your email in there, orishastone.shop. Now, you mentioned early at gmail.com that your wife can do the reading. So where would people contact your wife if they want a reading in order to know what to get from you?
Yeah, Orisha Stone. I mean, Orisha Stone is one in many. If you inbox us on email or anything like that, she'll probably get the email before I do. And then she'll read it and do what she needs to do, or if it's something for me, I'll do it, whichever one.
And I'm assuming we pay for the consultations. I hope so.
Yeah, for hers, yes. I can't charge for readings, so that's why I don't promote it like that. She's amazing. She has a lot of different. She's been trained by a lot of different people, so she can read in a lot of different ways.
Oh, I love that.
Talk to her, figure out exactly what kind of reading you want. That's very important, and you would just go from there because all prices aren't the same. Yes, ma'am. She said the wave spell, red magnetic serpent. Okay, yes, ma'am.
So go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I was confused. I didn't know we were in the red magnetic serpent or we were in the red Skywalker. But I know today is Ken number 113.
I put your information in the chat. And then I want to ask you, you have a serpent.
Yes, ma'am.
One thing I learned about from years ago, serpent and dragon energy, they say is similar. And they say that there were ancient indigenous cultures that appreciated the serpent energy. So you have serpent countries now so that's why you see the snake or the dragon on their flags. And you also have eagle countries. This is what I learned. Serpent countries or dragon countries allegedly having the same energy are more peaceful, more loving, more kind. Eagle energies and some of those empires that have the eagle as their symbol were more like vultures, and they were disruptive. And that's why the United States of America had the eagle as their emblem, because they were actually a part of the Roman Empire. They were predatory. But I heard years ago, like 2012, there will come a time where all the eagle energies and dynasties would fall, and the serpent and dragon energies and dynasties will rise. This is just what I heard, like 2012. What do you say to all that?
I say this. Nobody cares about their flag and no eagle built on their flag. You just said the landmass. This land is the land of the plumed serpent. So inherently, if we saying that we are Americans and American, you know what I'm saying, whatever we want to call ourselves, we are the children of the serpent, the children of Quetzalcoatl, the children of all these serpent deities, the mother of the serpent skirt, etc., etc. And all these deities told us to do agriculture and build pyramids and look at the stars, and this is what they told us to do. Now, when you talk about the eagle is designed to conquer, to take, to take, to take. That's what the eagle represents. The serpent, not so much. The serpent, it tells you in the Bible, be wise like the serpent.
Sure does.
The serpent don't have time for, he don't have ears to listen to your gossip. He sits around, he watches, he pays attention to everything. Right now, we're in the phase that we need to be paying attention to everything and coming together as community. Whether we want to or not, that's fine. But this is what we should be doing because there's a lot going on. We should be paying attention and watching what's going on. Nothing's new under the sun. But just yeah, a lot of things are being changed right now to go back to the land of the plumed serpents.
So, and why do you have a serpent? Can you tell us just a little bit quickly about your serpent?
Yeah, my tribe name is Sky Serpent. Two, I've always had infatuation for reptiles and things of that nature. I'm initiated under the feather serpent, and I'm real big on Quetzalcoatl, different dragons from all different areas. The serpent represents wisdom. The serpent is the messenger of. They even said the messenger of Olokun. The serpent is the messenger of Olokun, where the crocodile is the enforcer of Olokun. So I embrace both energies. I mean, we're in Florida. That's why we're into the alligators and crocodiles so much. These used to be our relatives. I know it sounds crazy. They used to be our relatives and our guardians, for lack of a better word, until they were turned against us. The serpents were always on our side. And if you know anything about a serpent, well, there's something else about serpents too. We're talking about DNA splicing and cloning. They got their information from serpents. And when you get into the whole snake thing, they start splicing and DNA coding different genes. They do in just the regular days person in that field. Now, also the serpent is also it's a communication. I think we had a conversation before we were talking about different animals and different spirit guides. The serpent has always been represented by wisdom. That's why you see in Olmec or ancient Kemet, you always see that serpent on the head. The serpent represents the divine feminine. This is the great mother energy. And like I said, this is the land that we say that we are from this land. And everybody want to be Indian until time to be anything. Our divine entity is Quetzalcoatl. So we need to go start knocking on doors and asking have they heard about their Lord and Savior, Quetzalcoatl, you know what I'm saying, today, because he's the one that civilized us as the people and took it on the road and civilized the whole world. And I can prove that true through the song. But and calendars, etc., etc. But there's so many different serpent deities, and they've never been what they're trying to put up on the serpents. Yeah, they have different factions and whatnot, but it is a real thing, and we are part of that society, to say the least.
I'm putting up. Thank you so much for this wisdom. Somebody said, so what you say about, is it true, or ask, is it true that Queen Khalifa and the Amazon women created a lion head on a huge bird?
Griffin, yes, it's very much true. And then, listen, the thing about it is, when we talk about artifacts and antiquities, that's how you can tell what's true and what's not true, because they have it in the green boat. In the green boat, they had certain kind of feathers that they said they got from this. They had unicorn horns. You don't hear about it because the first thing they said was, yeah, we saw gold and emeralds and rubies and unicorn horn and silver. Wait a minute. Why did y'all just fast forward the fact that you just said the unicorn horn was in the green boat? And what did y'all do with it? Griffin claws, anything that you can imagine is actually real. It's just, you know what I'm saying, either suppressed or being killed or ran away. Remember, this is a reset, but there's nothing new under the sun. The Griffin is just another aspect of the divine, like we're talking about with the spicing energies, right? And nobody knows how to do that more than the ancient women. The ancient women. How do we know this? The Sphinx is the ancient woman. The Sphinx isn't a man, it's a woman. You see what I'm saying? So that's all about splicing energy. When you're looking at segment, you're looking at a human with a lion, or there's also a different race of entities as well too. I don't want to get too far with it, but yeah, the Griffins are most definitely real.
Oyeme says the serpent is life force, vitality, creativity, sexual, wisdom, divine feminine, and kundalini energy. Come on through here. Go ahead.
I said, thank you, OJ. She break it down perfect.
Breaking it down. I have some serpent, jewelry. Like I have earrings, necklaces. Oh, in fact, this is a serpent that I put on my arm.
So let me go get my gold snake.
Say it again.
So maybe go get my gold snake, Sultan.
Go get it. Go get it. I love the serpent for what it represents. And I also learned that in ancient times, they would have serpents to be the guardian of their wealth and to protect their treasures. So a lot of people didn't understand why I was wearing that. And they would, say, oh, you're a Satanist or something, because the scripture talks about the serpent enticing the woman. But Kundalini energy is very important. We got to study Kundalini energy. You have an awakening, like they say, it rises from the spine all the way up to the back of your head. Somebody put in the chat the importance or significance of Kundalini energy. I thought it was interesting that one time I walked into the church not thinking, I had a snake necklace on because I had always worn it. And the preacher stopped. He saw me, was like, I see you with your snake jewelry on, that Kundalini devil energy. I curse you in the name of Jesus, and you think you're going to come in here, walking in here with all that ungodly energy. And I was like, oh my God, Kia, why did you wear that? I just didn't remember, and I didn't take any offense, because I thought, when in Rome, do as the Romans. And I would have never done that, just, or I should not ever do something to make somebody uncomfortable. But because I had learned about the Kundalini energy and the serpent being a symbol of wisdom, integrity, and all that, I loved it. I wear it. Ooh,
this is a ruby, and
wow.
I love rubies because they're easy to carve. But that was a ruby.
Beautiful.
That was a keeper, and I turned into a core python. And then Milton, he just ate, so he ain't really friendly right now.
Wow, beautiful.
A golden serpent right here.
He doesn't try to bite you.
When you learn, it's a whole nother bracket of, this is like a living gemstone. Pythons, they don't too much bite. Most snakes, if you learn them, they won't bite you or whatnot. You gotta learn the energy of them. They're just like, they're one of the best pets you can have. Automatic money, you can like get into breeding real easy and don't feel bad about it. Like when it comes to puppies and kittens, you don't want to sell them, but when it comes to snake babies, they'll buy them immediately from you. This is pinstripe fire. Pinstripe fire. So, and then what I was saying, on each one of these snakes, it's a language. Don't that almost look like Hebrew?
Yes, absolutely.
So when you start talking about breeding snakes, and I'm dealing with different kinds of people, these different kind of people, they know way more about genetics than I'm like, yo, you just live out here in the country and you know a lot about genetics and splicing and genetics and gene pool. So yeah, no, snakes is actually a science book within itself. We don't understand the language on it.
How do your children respond to the snake?
Oh man, my daughter's Mama Watcher. So she's very big in the snake. She got her own python.
Wow. Her own python. Okay. Oh yeah, somebody said, because I was talking about how a pastor couldn't stand my snake jewelry and cursed me and told me he couldn't stand that Kundalini energy I was trying to bring up in the church. And I was just visiting, by the way. Denise says
the church is designed to keep people dumb. Most religions are designed to keep people deaf, dumb, and blind to everything. The church ain't doing that one thing for nobody whatsoever besides keep you into some mess. You know what I mean? The church don't talk about no esoteric science, even though the Bible's full of esoteric science. But the church is literally designed to teach you the basic instructions before leaving Earth. The basic in the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving Earth. They're not.
Wow. Okay.
They don't want you to understand. Now, when you start talking, the Bible's not even one compelled book. So when you start talking about the Gnostic texts, they're talking about the serpent. When you're looking at most texts, they most definitely talk about serpents and things of that nature and the black woman. The same time they made it disrespect our black woman, the same time they made you disrespect the serpent. The exact same scenario. Everything that other people are scared of, we were supposed to be tapping in. But yeah, he a fire pinstripe.
Wow.
So,
is that the only one you have?
Right now, yeah. The other one is at my cousin's house, and then my daughter, she has hers at her mama's house.
Wow. Mobile Art says, I have the Gnostic text. That's awesome. That is a beautiful.
I'll definitely breaking down the dragon mother. Now you're talking about the dragon mother. Now you're talking about the dragon claim. This isn't something we made up. This is ancient so-called, I don't even want to say Christianity religion, because it's a lot going on when you're talking about Sophia just say the least, just Sophia alone. We're talking about ancient dragon mother. So they have a lot of information. We're not just talking about, oh, it was a good title. We're talking about people that had a whole organization and the way of life. They were doing things. They were active. It was motion. It was something that was really happening. They really have a joke.
This has been a really powerful session. Family, let me see some hearts. Send some hearts, please, in the chat if this has resonated with you, if you are inspired, if the jewelry spoke to you, if it rose your vibrations. I mean, let's just put some hearts in the chat to let this brother know how much we appreciate him. Please, that would make me feel good to see some hearts in the chat, family. Let them know that you love them and you appreciate all this information and knowledge. Please do that, family. I see the hearts coming in. Come on through here, family. We love you so much. Stones, gems, artifacts, they all tell a story. And what's interesting is when the Aryans came out of the Caucasus Mountains and out of the caves, they destroyed a lot of artifacts. They destroyed a lot of feminine expressions of God as well. So they destroyed artifacts, feminine expressions of God. A lot of them stole the land from Big Mama or from the matriarch, and they created their own paradigm and realities, because inheritance used to be passed through the women. But the way to destroy and take over the inheritance and the land and the wealth from the matriarchs and from ancient societies was to first decimate the feminine expressions of God. They got rid of all the artifacts that represented Big Mama or the feminine expression of God. God is both male and female. When I'm talking about the energy, the creative energy, when you destroy Mama and you destroy the artifacts, the women now are lost. They have nobody to look up to, no type of model to model themselves after. All they can model themselves after is the God of the Bible, the God of the big three religions, which have some good characters, but also a God of war, a jealous God. So that's why a lot of women are lost. We got to restore Big Mama and feminine expressions of God and feminine jewels that let off and emit feminine energies as well as masculine energies. What do you say to that, brother?
I mean, you said everything, but like one thing I love what you said was the religion. That it's not a mistake that they taught you the way they taught you. It's not about that we're still doing it. It's not even our mistake that we learned it, because you got to realize when you're doing a reset, when you're colonizing people, the first thing they did, just like in South Africa, the first thing they did was got rid of the mothers and fathers and took the kids and taught them how they wanted to teach them, and they taught them, and it gets passed down. In 2026, we have access to unlimited information. So if you're still believing in Christians or Muslims or anything like that, I mean, you might be in the wrong room. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to evolve a little bit past certain things. I tell a lot of different people, man, we got to evolve into the next thing. And the closest thing we can get to is source. So that's it. That's source. The great primordial mother energy, serpent energy, like you said, everything that they demonize and they got in your heart to demonize, we really need to be tapping into it. They could say these are the idols. They could say, oh, the snake is bad. He ain't bit me not one time yet. They could, whatever they say. But all these things are energy tools. And when you look at your ancient ancestors, you look at the source, you have a mother of snake skirt, they call it. When you look at the warriors, you're looking at Mama Waka. When you're looking at Oya, Oya is more of a crocodile, Oshun's more of a serpent frog. Every place on earth, north, south, east, west, even when you're looking at the ancient wisdom of our people, came from what was involved with the novice. That's the serpent race of people with locks.
Wow.
At the Nobles, the Dogon tribe, they learned a lot of information from the Dogon tribe learned a lot of the information from the Nomos, which is an amphibious tribe. So some people might say they're not reptile, but they're an amphibious tribe. They're reptile that can live in water. You know what I'm saying? So all of our cultures are we just got to get into it. We're still talking about Islam and Christianity and everything else. And I'm telling you that the stones, the artifacts that they left us in stones are way older than all that. You know what I'm saying? And those stones are also from over here. Those Olmec stones are older than Christianity. Christianity invented Islam. So there's nothing you can tell me from a book that they ain't already taught us in the 52 acts of unity, through the stones, the Kastakar block, etc., etc. There's so many different things. The 42 laws of Mayai. You broke it down and just gave us 10 of them and said the 10 commandments. But what about the 42 laws that's in the stone? So it's a lot of different things. Like, I don't need the remix for the remix. I don't need your translation, and I don't need nobody projecting on it when the source says this is what it is. And the first thing we did was respect our mother and disrespect the serpent.
Is your jewelry for all ethnicities, people from all walks of life? Can everybody buy your jewelry?
Yeah, I've had people buy it. I mean, I have intention when I make it. Of course, I have it. It never goes to who you think it's going to go to. You know what I'm saying? Whoever comes, they might have a situation they'll get it. But yeah, I usually do have intention because, like I say, at the end of the day, nobody takes their personal business to go out and help our people. You know what I'm saying? So that's my job. I help my own people before I help anybody else. I help if I can help. You know what I'm saying? But I really strive to help my people. Like this Dogon is only going to go to somebody that understands and comprehends what the Dogon is.
Oh, I see.
This is for you. Of course, anybody can buy something, you know what I'm saying? But everybody don't even have a soul for it to connect to. Sometimes you have a soul, some of these stones connect to you like Wi-Fi. So for me, I'm working for, it'd be sensitive to say this is the body armor and for protection for our people, and then I give it to everybody who I do. You see what I'm saying? I really want to protect our people. I really want to advance our people. I really want to, they already in it. They've been in it forever. All these different people have been in it, and all they know how to do is colonize it and take it. They can't connect with it because a lot of people don't have souls. A lot of people are non-political characters. We can connect with it, so yes, it's for us. For us.
I've been reading about like Cabbage Patch Kids, NPCs. I really didn't know that they really created people in order to populate the planet. It's wild. That's
history. They've always done it. They've used, since the Genghis Khan days, they use sex as a weapon to populate, populate landmass. They did it to the Philippines. Those aren't Filipinos that y'all see over there. Those are Latinos that they were mercenaries that were brought to the Philippines to conquer the indigenous Black people in the Philippines. That's the history that people got to do. The same thing with Thailand, the same thing with Tibet. Those people were assassinated and got out of the way because of their spiritual practices through the white Mongolians or the white Asians. You think, where do all these white entities come from? Even when we look at stones, right? They've broken down this before. The Great Wall of China or the Wall of Tartaria or whatever, they're reading it backwards. It was to keep these strange people out, not to keep, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on when it comes to that. So yeah, no, it's just a lot. That whole history, when you talk about the Cabbage Patch Kids and stuff of that nature, it's cloning. And they learn how to do a lot of that cloning through the serpent, through serpent genetics. And they've been doing that since. That's why you have the snakes on the side of the medical. They learn a lot of different things from Black women and snakes.
Wow.
Like the Henrietta Lacks. I'm at the same.
Henrietta Lacks, yes.
From Black women, cutting up from Black women, they don't talk about it enough and snakes. You see what I'm saying? So,
yes.
Yeah, think about it. Like each one of these snakes has its own language on it, its own written language. That's an alien Hebrew language on it.
Wow. That's amazing. So this has been such an enriching show. You've given us a lot of information, knowledge. Anything finally that you want to show us that you haven't had the opportunity to show us so far before we close out the show?
Yeah, well, let me show you this real quick. Hold on one second.
Okay. Family, thank you so much for all the hearts that you sent our brother from Orisha Stone. Remember, you can always contact him via email. I'll put it in the description section. I'll put it in the comment section as well. Contact him by sending him email to orishastone.shop@gmail.com and send him a gift or a donation. Let him know you appreciate him for sharing this ancient wisdom with us. Send him a cash app at $Mansamusastone, $MansaMusastone, and he will greatly appreciate it. All right, what do you have for us?
So you're in Jacksonville, Florida, right?
Yes, I am.
Have you ever seen this statue before?
It look, you know what? It actually looks like I've seen something like that at a gas station.
Oh, yeah. If you find it at a gas station, you might want to buy it, or it might be the knockoff, the Shango Macho version. But
no, not for sale, like out for show.
Okay, so when you see the dark skinned Indians, some of them are called Cigar Chief Indians.
Yes.
This one's a special one because he represents the Great Chief of Florida, and Florida was a different thing from back in the day. But his initial kingdom was in Jacksonville, Florida. So this is Chief Centuriwa. Now, Chief Centuriwa, why is this important to me? Because one, when people be like, "Oh man, black people or American blacks, they don't have no culture." Well, actually, gemstones is our culture, and this is one of the chiefs that. We didn't create this statue. The Europeans started creating this statue and sending it to Europe, telling them what was over here. This is the King of Kings. They had gemstones all over his body. They label it. If you ever look up, they label it the Moor with the emerald cluster. But it was stolen from the green boat. And this is what I found out about it. It was stolen from the green boat in Germany.
Okay.
Now, stole all these different things. This statue actually. The guy he had 30 kids. It was a fertility statue and everything else. Emeralds. The cool thing about emeralds is that's a story within itself because emeralds don't grow in Florida. You see what I'm saying? Where would these emeralds come from? If all these emeralds were brought to the great chiefs, King of Kings in Florida, you know what I'm saying? That means they knew about us way longer than what they're saying. This statue, I think they said was from 18. I can't remember the exact time, but it's a replica of the one from 18. I can't remember the exact time for it. 1800.
He's the Moor with the emerald what?
If you look up the Moor with the emerald cluster.
Cluster. Okay. I wanted to put that in the chat for the family to look up.
He was born in Turkey Scratch, but his kingdom was in Jacksonville, Florida.
Wow.
When they say Seminoles, they're trying to put everybody in this little thing and just say Seminole. But no, it was a bunch of different tribes all throughout Florida. Chamukawa is one that is weird that everybody says Seminole, nobody says Chamukawa. Chamukawa is Black Indians. They can't deny it. That's why I say that's so important for us. They can't deny our culture. We've been doing it. We've been doing the gemstones. We've been. They say Pretendians, but they can't explain this away with Chief Centuriwa or Chief Tuscaloosa, or you know what I'm saying. These are all Black indigenous American chiefs before the Mongolians came. And yeah, you see it right there. Now
Yes.
we put the word Moor on it because they call everybody that's dark skinned Moor. So they want to. But as you see. That's him, and you'll see different designs on it. They have several different ones of this.
Oh my God.
The thing that they started mass reproducing it and making it out of certain woods and sending it over there to Europe because of how powerful and important it was. Yeah, I want to find some of them statues. You got some more of them statues, let me know. Now there's a difference. Now they're showing just regular Moors, but you can tell the difference through the Moor. They call it the Moor emerald cluster to throw you off. He's not a Moor, he's from Florida. This dude's from Florida, you know what I'm saying? Chief Centuriwa, you know what I'm saying? So
that's beautiful.
Artifact.
That's beautiful. You know, sometimes when I hear stories about how we had all these dynasties and all the jewels and the wealth and how all that's been stolen, it really hurts my soul. It really does.
No, they just it's just time for us to go get it back. It wasn't stolen from us, but it's our job to get it back. Who was it stolen from? The people that they stole it from, they murdered, they raped, they did all these evil things, and then guess what they did? They gave you a Bible, they gave you a Quran, they gave you a Torah. Right after they took all your stuff. They tricked you out the land and gave you a book. Our land is stones and greenery. You know what I'm saying? Our land is fruits and vegetables and tobacco and things of that nature. We're one with nature. So they're trying to create us into everything else. You know what I'm saying? No, man, I want to connect with source. They didn't take it from us, but it's our job to get it back. They took it from our ancestors, and they did it a brutal way. They didn't just come nice and take it. They grabbed people in the middle of the night. They did a lot of evil things. You're in Florida. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot of evil things throughout Florida to make us forget these things. Now we can't be touched. Like we are the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you're seeing in court right now that Trump is trying to do the whole birthright citizenship. Say goodbye to a lot of different people. I heard Keith Bay, he was talking about how they ended up giving Disneyland to the Latinos. That was the great transfer. They'll give it to anybody but us. They don't even like the Latinos. They don't even like the foreigners. They're racist towards everybody, but they'll give it to anybody but us because they got their own trees for how many of them came over here to try to conquer us. And we're still not dead. And if you're from Florida, that means we didn't surrender. We didn't retreat. We're still here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am.
Who is this? A Noble Art said, Dr. Kia, they're who Temecula Street in Jacksonville are named after. Temecula. Oh, wow. Thank you.
That's dope. I got it. When next time I go to Jacksonville, I'm gonna come check them out.
This has been powerful. Okay, so
Send y'all some forward to it's a new year, so get you some cinnamon, some black eyed peas of cabbage. Now do it now. Don't do it in January. Get you some cinnamon and blow it in your house to bring good abundance as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Any final words for us before we close out?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you your positivity and everything that you do for us. And thank you. It's an honor. Honestly, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, next time we would love to have your wife on the show if she wants to talk about the readings, or if she wants to come with you, or however you see fit. I know you're the head of the house, so you let us know what we need to do.
No, she's not here now because she's at work. She'll be right here right now. And then, like I said, she has her own show, so it's not no head of house. We do this together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
I love that. She has her own show.
Yeah, she's steps back from it from time to time, but she's over the Phoenix Circle. The Phoenix Circle, we do a lot of retreats. We just came back from a retreat in Orlando. We go to the springs. We go to the springs and things of that nature in order to, like I said, to get that natural water, things of that nature. So, no, she has the whole thing. She just doesn't do the social media thing as much. But no, she's most definitely powerful. She does her thing.
The family is saying this was fire, and they're saying thank you to both of us. You guys, you all are welcome. That this was very wise. Oh, wow. We appreciate you, family. Thank you. You're welcome. I was just going to ask you to do a close.
I got to get a new lighter. Get all that negative energy away. Hopefully we say something that upgrades everybody, or they can at least go and research and do some studying with. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything you've done. And I look forward to doing it again, Shay.
Shay, so family, please, everybody send him something. Send him a gift, a donation, a cash app to $Mansamusastone, $MANAMUSASTONN. Next time he comes on, he'll tell us why he chose Mansa Musa. What is that?
No, I was just closing out with the Tamukwa crest.
Oh, okay. Great information. Thank you. Any I know you started off with a meditation. Do you want to close with the meditation or any?
No, I did that because today was actually a very special day. That was just all I had, guys. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
A singing bowl or something like that, but I think my singing bowl in the car.
Somebody asked about a singing bowl earlier. Sorry, family. I saw that.
So it's in the car. It's the springs, so we took it with us. So all my singing bowls in the car right now. But hopefully next time I'll be able to do it for y'all.
Okay, $Mansamusastone. We'll bring him on as our jeweler and alchemist of the Soul Tribe. I'll put that in the chat for you where you can send him. Everybody, please stop what you're doing if you can. Go ahead and send him a gift, a donation. If everybody sends him something, it will help him. And you know, when you send people a gift and donation, it really does inspire them. It encourages them to keep moving forward. I'm sure creating these precious jewels and these pieces that he puts together, I'm sure it's costly. So let's support his business the best we can by sending $, precious. What I saw precious in the chat. $Mansamusastone. And if you want to get some of his artifacts or pieces, just send him an email, orishastone.shop@gmail.com. That's it, family. You've met our Brother Nabi. Is that how you say it? Brother Nabi or Chief Nabi from Orisha Stone. I'm Dr. Kia Pruitt. I trust that we've said something to raise your vibrations and inspire you to create the most amazing, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. Bye-bye, Soul Tribe. Thank you, Chief. We appreciate you so much. Peace. I'm going to go out with the outro song. Peace, God. You can stay out or you can click, you can stay in or you can go off. It's up to you. We're going to go out with the song. Bye, family. Thank you so much. Or should I say, rest well. Good night. We love you. Happy Passover, happy Easter, happy resurrection season. We love you. Have a wonderful night. Safe travels in your dreams.
Scriptures and bloodlines she knows, spreading truth wherever she goes. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Through her channel, knowledge flows, breaking chains that hold us close, teaching paths to abundance and wealth, guiding others to free themselves. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. From currencies to investments divine, she's helping her tribe to realign.
Thank you for this announcement, Sister Renee. Renee 50 says President will be making a major announcement in a few minutes. Thank you so much, Goddess. We appreciate you. Renee. Thanks and shout out to Sister Janine, our moderator, for always keeping the chat moving along and sending us love and encouraging words as she chats with you all in the chat and responds to your comments. So we thank her. To all of you for being here. We love you so much. Thank you for taking out the time for joining this chat. I hope you will send Orisha Stone some type of donation, love donation, because this is what he does to inspire and take care of the soul tribe. And it's a way that he makes a living to support his family. So if you're interested in sending him a gift, send it to Mansamusastone, $, Cash App, Mansamusastone, Cash App, $, Mansamusastone, and contact him by sending an email to orishastone.shop@gmail.com. Love you. Good night, Soul Tribe. Rest well. And remember, if you have something on your mind, a problem or issue you desire to resolve, before you go to sleep, tell yourself, I intend to resolve this issue. You might want to listen to some high vibrational music. Check out whatever hertz you're supposed to be listening to. Surround yourself with crystals or stones or whatever your ritual is. But most importantly, tell yourself, I'm going to resolve this. Then when you fall asleep, you will work it out in your dreams. Your subconscious mind will begin to work out your issues. This is what the ancestors meant when people would come to them with certain things, certain thoughts, things they wanted them to consider. They would always say, let me sleep on it. While you're sleeping, your subconscious, often your mind resolves things that you were thinking about throughout the day. So that's something I like to incorporate in my own practices. Also, if this, resonates with you, listen to this. The 10 Commandments were designed after the 42 laws of Ma'at. The 42 laws of Ma'at are principles that our ancient ancestors, especially if you come from an indigenous society, espoused. Instead of saying thou shalt not, like the 10 Commandments, which we appreciate and we respect, the Principles of Mayat would say, in the morning you will rise and say, I will not commit adultery. I will not speak against my neighbor. I will not steal. I will not. Look up the 42 laws of Mayat. You wake up in the morning saying, I will not. And before you go to sleep, you say, I have not. I have not committed adultery. I have not stolen. I have not misrepresented myself. So in the morning, I will not. In the evening, I have not. If you know before you go to sleep, you have to say, I have not, and give account to yourself for how you live throughout the day, you are more likely to make sure you did not during your waking hours. So I look at the 42 principles of Maya. They are, according to ancient philosophy, what the Christians and the Hebrews copied. And I think that's beautiful. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just that instead of saying thou shalt not and give an account to something outside of yourself, you actually have to give an account to yourself. Principles of Maya, I have not, or I in the morning, I will not, in the evening, I have not. I had my daughter to design. I've been talking to her for years, design me something I could put on my wall with the 42 laws of Maya so I can read them in the morning when I awaken and just remind myself of how I ought to conduct myself. Because my mother-in-law used to always say this too: if you judge yourself, nobody else has to judge you. And then when I say I will not, I remember that throughout the day. And I always know at night I have to say, I have not. Oh, baby, I'm going to do my best to live a life full of integrity. That's part of the legacy that I am leaving for my family. So just some jewels I want to drop as we enter and close out the night, enter into the new day, because the evening and the morning were the first day. So as the sun went down, we actually entered into Thursday. So when we're entering into the next day of the new year and a new day of Passover, look up Passover and Easter, how it's deliverance season. Children of Israel came out of slavery. It's deliverance season and resurrection season. Okay. Who is being judged right now? Oh, thank you. Sister Janine has that book, the 42 Laws of Maya. Who's being judged right now, family? The evil ones that enslaved the planet. Who's resurrecting now? We the people. Our land is going to be returned or restored. Our wealth, our republic, everything that belongs to us. Good night, family. I love you so much. Peace, love, and soul. And to all of you that sent me a gift, thank you. I will read your gifts, your cash apps as well on tomorrow. We want to close out the show telling you thank you so much, and we'll give you your honor and appreciation on tomorrow. Peace. Have a good evening.